West London rapper ASB bringing you the freshest talent in the game. Real talk, true stories.
I'm waiting for the drop like a rapper, fam. Start it again. Just started from the beginning. Yo, you're locked into the latest episode of Real Talk, True Stories, the podcast with your host ASB. We got this week's guest inside, but just before we get into it, we've got to shout out the episode sponsor, musichideout.com. For anyone who's heard the last previous episode, it's a professional social platform where people can create their own account and their own profile and network online with producers, singers, DJs, and all types of artists. So it's musichideout.com. It's completely free to sign up, create a profile today, and connect with the rest of the industry. So yo, Real Talk True Stories. Today it's like a producer special, man. It's like a it's like a producer special. We got some West London production legends in the building. We got Black Ops, Johnny Cash.
Yes, man.
What's going on, my brother? Welcome down, man. I say welcome down, I'm in your ends, man.
Yeah, man.
And then we got and we got Drey in the building. What's good, fam?
Good, man. You?
First time meeting? Yeah, man. Pleasure, brother. Pleasure. Thanks for coming down, man. We appreciate it.
Oh, man, it's a good platform.
Yeah, no, you're welcome. Anytime, man. I mean, like we wanted to get you guys down, obviously, just because we've had it's a UK music platform. We've had we get a lot of American listeners and we had American guests, but ultimately it's all about homegrown music and talent. We've had like Grime, a lot of Grime artists on here, from your Stamina Boys, your Paper Pabs, your Sharky Majors, a lot more big DJs booked in and that. But I feel like when I think of Grime, I'm a West Londoner, as everyone knows. So when I think of Grime, Black Ops is always something that pops to mind for me. I mean, coming up around, doing Lay Low FM in Ladbroke Grove, buying records from Cage and Ealing, a lot, the Vinyl in Uxbridge, a lot of other record stores in the West End. No matter, I go dip into some pockets in the changing rooms at school in that year 11, take people's lunch money. Yeah. And then I'd always find myself buying a load of Black Ops vinyl, you know what I mean? And you always had your own section on the racks, man. And I think that's real talk, and I think that's a credit to you lot. And I think sometimes with the shift in the music industry, some people may be too young to have been around for them days, or might have missed it. So I feel like it's good that we backtrack on what you lot have done within the game and talk about it a little bit,
Yeah, definitely. Definitely. Yeah.
So I mean, we'll probably start off with how Black Ops was formed, man. How you got into production and how you came together.
Okay, let's go way
back, baby.
Way back in the time. I tell you what it was. Back in the days, I was a hip hop artist.
Okay.
When old school Sunways, Power Pack, Construction Crew, this like all these kind of UK rap at a particular time. I think it was like 1980, say 1989, 1990.
Okay.
UK rap scene was kind of it was popping off, yeah.
Yeah.
And one thing I noticed about the hip hop scene, I thought, wow, we're always following American. Because I finished doing graffiti in '87, and then from '87, all the graffiti artists turned to hip hop. So I'm doing the rapping thing. So
that's real hip hop. That's like the cultural thing, the whole thing.
So as I'm doing hip hop now, and I'm realizing as time's going by, why we're failing as UK, because we was always called UK artists, UK hip hop. It was always called that. And then the most of the English guys were trying to copy the Americans, yeah. And then you had like man like Tim Westwood, which still does the same thing today. Just jumps in the bandwagon. You know what I mean, and whatever makes him stay afloat, he will use and abuse. Yeah.
I hear that.
So all right. So the UK scene them days was copying Americans. I thought, nah, man, don't really like this, man. So I stopped doing the hip hop thing. Went to America.
Okay.
And I went to one. I was in Florida. Yeah. I used to go to New York all the time.
Yeah.
I was in Florida this time. And I was outside one club. Yeah. And then I thought Florida was like Mickey Mouse. That's what I thought, Mickey Mouse and tourists, yeah?
Disney World.
Yeah, but I went to the ghetto one time, yeah?
Where did you go to? Do you remember where you went to?
So I went to the hood. There was some hood. I drove the car.
Was it Miami and that?
No, this is in Florida. This is deep in Florida,
Oh,
right?
deep in Florida.
Yeah. This is in Orlando, but I'm thinking of Mickey Mouse, but I was in some hood part, yeah?
Yeah.
So, I ain't lying to you. I'm outside some club. And my girl was in the car. She shook to come out. I said, nah, this is interesting, because I'm usually at New York. And I just saw hip hop from a New York point of view. Yeah?
New York standpoint, which was really where it stems from.
Yeah. So I'm in some club now. I'm like, yo. First of all, the one thing, there was no light skin guys. They're just pure dark skin dudes. I ain't lying to you. I like.
And you're English as well.
Yeah. So I like. What did I do? Don't go into the club. Right? I said, I was so
Fuck
intrigued. I was so intrigued. I said, I'm going in, yeah?
Mm.
I'm going in there, all Marley X, Gucci shoes, loafers. They're thinking I'm Pole. Like,
Flied out.
I said, no, from London. Hey, you're in the wrong place, nigga, man. I said, I'm from London, man. So I'm in the club listening to this music. I can tell you today, I don't know what the music was.
Yeah.
Like, this is like, because I remember like Master P was big at the time, yeah?
Yeah,
He was
Southern music.
He was just popping.
Just coming out.
And no one knew about this guy, Master P. Like, he's just popping in his ends.
Literally, he was just coming out in South
So like,
Southern America.
I saw it when, I'm like, what's this music? No lie, there was some strange music. So I'm in the club listening to the music. Wow, but everyone's banging, everyone's bubbling, dancing, skanking.
There's vibes.
Yeah. And then by this time now, I stopped doing UK hip hop. I was into the garage, UK garage, right? And I like the UK garage because it's their own kind of flavour, their own sound.
Yeah, it had a good vibe in it, good energy.
So for UK hip hop things long. UK garage got its own sound. They're doing their own thing, so I'm respecting it. So this time I was going UK garage raves. Then I was going States, going back and forth. And I thought, how can I fuse these two musics together? So I took the UK garage with the kind of bass line and stuff, and then I fused it with the hard beats.
Yeah, that
rap.
big bass line.
And that's where I sort of got the sort of sublow sound from.
Okay, so that's where that came from. So it was like an infusion of two things that really stood out for you.
Yeah.
As a producer. So how long have you been producing prior?
I was doing hip hop, man, since 89, 90.
So you was doing graffiti.
Yeah, graffiti.
So
just bad boy graffiti.
Yeah. So you sent me a picture on WhatsApp, man.
Right.
Maybe like 3 weeks ago.
Yeah.
And it was Trellick Tower in Grove, where everyone shot a video at.
Everyone goes. That is the Hall of Fame.
What was interesting though, just to touch on it, you showed me a picture where you was hanging off the wall with a spray can.
Yeah.
And there was hardly any graffiti on the wall, and today it's plastered.
Plastered all over. And the thing is, right? I was only 14 them times doing that. I was doing what big men are doing today.
Yeah.
So when I show people that photograph, I said I was 14 years old. Think of a 14-year-old kid doing that.
So you and your dons were the first people patterning up that wall.
Yeah, I'm lucky. I'm from the first generation where we did everything. I went to the jazz raves. I went to the funky James Brown kind of music.
Saw a jungle come out.
Yeah, all them music I saw, the whole scene in the UK, I was part of it growing up. Yeah. So I saw everything change.
It's a dope thing.
Yeah. So then, obviously now the garage, I fused the hip hop with the garage. I said, yeah, I'm gonna make this music called Sublow, and I was with Son of Noise at the time. He was in Orlando with me. He goes, what do you mean Sublow? I said, yeah, I'm coming with this new thing, bro. I'm gonna call this new thing. He didn't believe me, yeah. He's a hard hip hop man. So I went back, come to the UK now, and then there's one guy that used to run the studios in IMW, and everyone used to go there. All the hip hop artists used to go there. So he's my good pal of mine. So I said to him, look, how much does equipment cost? Because I can't remember this hiring thing no more, man.
Yeah, you want to start your own thing.
Yeah. So he told me how much it cost, and I thought, all right, cool. Them times on the roadside, didn't it? So money was just coming in like it was jokes. So I said, cool, I'll buy the equipment.
You was doing your thing.
Yeah, so I bought my equipment, told my friend, look, leave the studio. You can do your studio work in my house, no problem, right? So I bought the studio and started learning how to produce there and then with kind of garage flicks. Started doing this, started doing that for a while.
Yeah.
And them time there's no internet, no Facebook, no nothing. So remember,
there's nothing. Literally,
right, you got to think of the scene now.
Even
right?
the email was rare then, right?
Yeah, there's nothing. So try and think of this, the garage scene, because I get a lot of the old school guys say, yeah, it's because of you, Johnny boy. The scene turned funny. Yeah, that's what they say. So I used to go Coliseum, all the old school raves. Yeah, now you got to think of it. No internet. The this garage scene, they had it under control. A hierarchy. They used to have the little committees and blah blah blah. What record we're gonna play and bust this week? What record's gonna be big?
Controlled.
They had it controlled.
Yeah.
They had it controlled. I ain't lying to you. So I'm from the outside coming in thinking, you know what?
Fuck that.
I like this garage thing here, but I want some dark side. I want to hear some random tunes in it. Yeah, it's all this flowers business and happy music. Like no, I want to be some hip hop element to it.
Yeah, because you can't just be happy every minute. You know what I mean?
So I thought, how can I infiltrate the scene? So I thought I had a plan. So them times before internet, they had tape packs.
I remember the tape pack.
Right?
I used to buy them.
Before CDs, had tape packs.
I used to buy them, man.
Right?
The Sun City and Slamming Vinyl and all that.
Yeah, tape packs, right? So I thought, the way I'm gonna get on the platform is get my name on every tape pack. Just make my name on every tape pack.
It's a good idea.
I'll go raving. Big up Johnny Cash in the dance. Big up Johnny Cash. Blah blah. Every rave.
Oh, so not actually on the tape, but on the audio.
Yeah, my name was on every tape pack.
That's sick.
So my name's like it's like a I had smart marketing. I thought, you know what, this Johnny Cash can be in their head thinking, who's this dude? Who's
Johnny Cash?
Yeah, Mike, because keep coming up on every tape back. Boom. Then there's tune Johnny Cash dropped to Bimikid. And the same tune was getting dropped in Coliseum.
Okay.
So they put two together. Oh, the Johnny Cash on the tape backs is this dude. So that's how I infiltrate the scene.
The Drop Top Bimikid.
Yeah.
Is that your first track? Your first release?
And I think he rang me up and goes, "Oh, Easy's playing your tune."
Yeah.
Oh, swear.
Yeah.
And when EZ's playing you know it's
Yeah.
at that point, and that especially
Yeah.
like, on the timeline, EZ was
He was
probably still is one of the best
Yeah.
DJs
Yeah, because
like in the world for me.
skills
Wise, you know what I mean?
Bad.
Yeah.
Because my tune get played in Coliseum, and I got big up Wesley J. Wesley J.
I remember that name.
He played my tune every week at Coliseum.
Okay.
Every week, so I had to big up Wesley J. You know what I mean?
How did you end up on like EZ's radar? Then do you even know? Or did you not used to send out packs in the post and that?
Listen, no. Let me tell you, my record was in the store. He must have copped one,
Oh, for real?
and Drey rang me up. Rare, your tune's on Kiss. So we talking about.
Oh, he dropped it on Kiss.
Yeah.
Kiss, yeah.
Oh,
Remember, he used to have the
shit.
show
Yeah,
on
the show on
Saturday
Kiss. Yeah, I used to
afternoon.
love his show,
Yeah.
man.
So you know what I mean. So, I mean, prior to that,
That's dope.
I had a
That
vision.
must have been a great feeling, though.
Yeah,
You heard it, so you must have been gassed for him.
It felt like we was all coming.
Yeah.
Felt like he made it.
Everyone's made
Shit,
it now.
I
Like,
made it,
everyone's
man.
doing their thing.
Look at the cop my wet
Johnny
right there.
Cash
and
has
then-
got a tune on Kiss now.
Yeah,
It's like,
but that's an
mad.
accomplishment,
It's
isn't
happening.
it?
Them
Yeah,
days that he
for
tuned
real.
the radio.
Radio controlled everything. Then,
Yeah,
let's
they
be
control
clear.
everything.
There was no
Like,
internet.
If they got tune on the radio, is like rah. To get it there, now you just email it to someone, but the man to get your tune, play it on
And
the
you
radio.
never even gave him the track. That's the wickedest
I
part.
was
Still.
baffled. He actually went black market. I think in them days you had to give record stores exclusive first.
Yeah.
Black market.
Play the game,
what's
man.
the drum bass DJ, the white guy there?
Nicky Black Market. That's his name, isn't it? Yeah, Nicky.
Nicky
Yeah. Dreddy's like,
he
Black Market.
He goes, I want exclusive. And when he heard the record, he goes, yeah, just the drum bass.
So what's the deal? So because obviously it doesn't matter anymore because no one can learn how to work the exclusive because the record shops ain't even there, unfortunately. If we talk about how does that pattern out? Do they say, look, you drop us all the records as an exclusive, no one else can have it, and they drop you money up front for that, for the courtesy of having it, or do they pay you on
that was my
sales?
first release. So listen, it's like you go look at it. I'm an outsider. They don't know who I am.
They just like the
Nicky
joint.
Black Market looked at my record. He goes, yeah, he treated the drum bass man. I didn't know who he was. I didn't know who he was.
He was a legend.
I knew he was at the time, yeah. So I got to know him for the record store, yeah. So yeah, we'll give this a go. Put the box of records down. Went. Give me a call about 3 or 4 days. Yeah, listen. We want more records, but don't give it to Uptown. Don't give it to this place. Don't give it to Release.
The
Just give
shit
it to
sold
us.
out.
I said, huh? Okay, goes the record. They want to sign it off me. Yeah, they want to sign it
you're
off me.
smart, man.
They sign it. I said, nah.
He was trying to lock
nah.
that.
I've already got the bug now. I know what I want to now. No, I'm not signing nothing. Yeah, so just released it on white label, and it kept going from there. But before that, how I met Drey is like there's a guy called Dice. Dice is one of the DJs.
Dice.
Yeah,
I remember Dice.
and I always because I come from the hip hop days, I was in a crew called Power Pack, and that was a number of artists that were MCD, Power Lords.
You was with it. Oh, shout out
Yeah,
MCD from
man.
Dark and Cold, from the
Yeah,
Dark and Cold,
man,
my young days.
Yeah, man, he was in my school, man. I'm saying to you,
So
like,
MC the bandana.
yes,
Man, he
MCD.
Yeah,
You know when they poisoned up on the government. Did all the madness,
that was later on, right?
Well, yeah,
But
I'm
originally,
saying
he was
that.
one of.
Yeah.
There was like rumors that he was the first UK rapper.
But he's the first UK rapper that I see go on stage and control the crowd.
Yeah,
The crowd would go to hear my man.
He knew he was cutting through.
He was just saying real shit, intelligent stuff.
Yeah.
And everyone was like, rad. Everyone was to stand there, wait for this guy to go on the mic and he control the crowd.
Wow, that's crazy. Is he from West London then?
Yeah, yeah.
I didn't know that, you know.
Yeah, man.
Because I remember Dark and Cold, they used to stock his CDs heavy. Like before, I think it was 2000 and I'd like to say 2003 or 4 when I used to go in there and he was predominantly on the rack a lot because there wasn't really a massive UK rap scene yet.
And then
you know what I mean? A quality one.
He was so big, and then I think I heard some rumor that he went to Germany, and then they sort of done something. The authorities took him.
Yeah, I've heard the same thing still, and then he was acting a bit different, and
so
wasn't quite all there.
This Illuminati stuff, they would do that way back then. Were control. I mean, so
them deep ones there, fam.
bro. Like, so obviously,
so that's 2000. The drop top.
Yeah,
the drop top.
So 99, 2000. Yeah, so I Dice because I got a young guy.
It's 18 years, fam, man.
He makes beats. Yeah,
Yeah, serious.
Because I wanted a crew. I had a vision. I had a vision of a sound that I'm trying to push through. So I want to find people with the same kind of vision I had.
Yeah.
It's just
all
me
rowing
trying
in that same direction.
I'm trying to get into the garage scene, and they're slamming the doors down, bang every minute. So you need an army of man them coming with the same thing. I knew a matter of time it would take over. So I got introduced to Drey, by Dice.
Okay.
And I mean, you know, Shirley can tell you how we first met.
So like, basically, how I first started, I was at one of my good pals from school.
Yeah.
Basically, his uncle was into music production, and he gave me like an original copy of Cubase, like on floppy disk.
Oh shit,
Yeah.
that's way back.
Way back, yeah. These times now I've loaded it on my family's computer in the house, so I used to get to like do it like in the night time, like,
Yeah,
like
when everyone's
go to
sleeping.
bed. Sleep. I'd go and like just use like the
Just try
GSM
to fuck
sounds,
about with it and that, yeah.
and just mess about. And then at school, so we had a little studio at school, and I used to muck around in there and get to learn it. And I've done music GCSE or whatever, and then I went to college at City Westminster College.
Yeah.
So I went there, and that's actually where I met Dice in my first year, and I was the youngest person on the course at the time as well. Like Dice is a couple of years older than me, and I can remember he was on what station? He was on Lush FM, innit?
Yeah, Lush.
He was on Lush FM. He was on Lush FM.
That's some real shit, man.
Yeah. So he was on Lush FM, and I used to be cutting up dub plates to give to him.
Okay, yeah.
Lush FM
Like he was your outlet.
yeah,
almost.
yeah. I'm 16 years old. I was like, yo, like this is where. But then obviously he's shown Johnny like the dubs or whatever.
Real
joints.
Like my joints and that, and he kept saying to me, right, like there's this guy Johnny Cash, like, and I remember feeling like, because I'm from like where I'm like from Ealing side. So I'm like, I remember feeling like okay, so a guy in...
Yeah, because it's true for the listeners, like Ealing is kind of, even though it's W5, W13, it's kind of
it's
pushed outwards a
Yeah.
bit more, going towards Heathrow.
Yeah. So I was like,
Uxbridge, that
kind
Uxbridge
of
Road,
place,
you know what I mean?
So I was like,
London Joggers and that Cage Records, they had their
Yeah,
thing though,
London
man.
Joggers,
Gonna
yeah.
lie, bro, man.
Yeah, Cage, yeah,
they had
that's
bits
the-
over there
yeah,
still,
yeah,
but
to be fair, yeah.
I used to comment, bro. I used to be in there, diligence and that. You know, they got their, they got. I think Ealing had its own thing, but Ealing was kind of like misunderstood. They thought it was all posh, but there was, but South Ealing wasn't so posh.
Yeah, so
You know what I mean?
we with that, I was kind of feeling like, okay, let me see what this is all about, like, because obviously I don't really know people
Yeah.
in them ends, innit? So
Grove and that.
yeah, he was like to me, yeah, you gotta meet my guy. You gotta meet my guy, Johnny. And like I said, I never forget this to this day. Yeah, I never forget being in Dice's house. This is how this thing happened now. Yeah, I've gone to Dice's house. We're in there, and he's like, yeah, Johnny's gonna come and meet you.
Yeah.
This guy takes me out in the Beamer now, yeah, like with the massive sound system, whatever.
Flexing on them.
Flexing,
from
yeah.
young. What Beamer was it, man?
Yeah.
Johnny, what Beamer was it, bro?
328 hardtop convertible. Yeah.
What year was that?
What year was that? Yo.
That's like 99 to
Yeah.
See it there,
Them
people.
time
Them.
I was called Drop the Bimmer Kid. I had the white M3, had the black 328 convertible. I was going to Coliseum Friday, the black M3. Saturday going to VR6, and then Sunday was the white M3.
This guy's so West London.
Yeah, styling.
Uptown. Uptown.
Yeah.
Nah, that's real, because you know the American listeners, they won't I don't think sometimes they don't get it, like this London thing. It's different. You know what I mean? We've been doing things from as long as them, maybe longer.
Yeah.
But because they're bigger,
Yeah, they're bigger, yeah.
they hit the audience first. You know what I mean? So Johnny's got two. Wait, look. So Johnny's got two drop top Beamers,
Yeah, so
flexing
he's
on them,
rolled up
the
there,
white
huh?
one and the black one.
Yeah, I'm
And then
like,
you're telling me, right, who the fuck is this,
bruv,
man?
I'm 16 years old. I'm like,
Jeez.
what's going on here? Like, this is. I definitely want some of this. Like,
Yeah,
this,
that's what I
this is wild. Like, do you know what I mean? So I jumped.
Successfully's tracks and all that, innit? Yeah,
so
you're on
I
it.
jumped in the car. I'm like, and he's paying me tunes as well. He had the sick sound system in the car as well, and he's paying me some of his stuff. Like, and all I remember you saying as well is, "You down, yeah, you down." You down. I was like,
Is that what you
yeah,
said?
I'm down. This sounds dope. Like, I'm down. I'm obviously down. Like, I can't help but be down. This is vibes. Like, do you know what I mean? And so I was in from then, like young, like, do you know what I mean?
Yeah,
like,
he was down with it.
Yeah, just making beats, and that kind of like amped up the focus as well, because now I knew.
You had something to work towards.
Yeah, work towards. If I do my thing like,
important
properly,
for music.
like, he gave me the opportunity to kind of like have that focus to know, all right, when you finish this record, it isn't going to be a position where you're just going to sit there with that. And these times now it was like mini disc vibes, like, that's what
Yeah.
Oh, you was getting towards the mini disc era now. Yeah, of course.
That's
He
all
started putting him into the stereo
the
systems.
stereo thing. Yeah,
in the middle.
So I was like, yeah, I knew like if I got to X point, I had someone to put my record out there, someone like that, someone that also that believed in the sound from a perspective of
That's emoji.
they weren't. It was I didn't have to compromise.
Yeah.
I didn't have to compromise. Like, the garage thing.
Someone that believed in what you was doing. You didn't have to kind of like make a soft joint to get heard. You had Johnny pushing you. You had a team. So the name Black Ops, man. The name Black Ops. Where did that come from, brother, man? Was that already there, or did Drey join Black Ops, or did it come later?
The name was Black Ops.
Yeah.
Yeah. How I got the name Black Ops, yeah? Remember the film JFK?
Yeah,
Right.
the presidency one.
Right, yes, now.
Sake, my
If,
brother.
if you watch JFK, you'll hear a lot of samples in my tunes from JFK.
So that was your
Black Ops,
movie.
the Garrison, Black Ops, all from JFK.
Oh.
I just liked what the Black Ops meant.
Yeah,
They're behind the scenes. They're the guys that get shit done.
The
that
deepest
the
shit.
rest can't do.
Yeah, they were
Yeah,
like the special unit.
Yeah, there's no above the law. So
Yeah.
I looked at it like, I don't care about the music law. I don't care about what you're doing. I'm gonna do my own thing. We're gonna take over.
Just cut through
Yeah,
however
that's
we
it.
want.
That's how I like this.
I like that, man. So there's a real meaning behind it. It wasn't just like it sounds good.
Yeah, that's like
it was like, yo, we don't give a fuck.
Whether the operations, it can't be stopped.
I like that, man.
The operations never got stopped. If they're gonna kill the president, they're gonna kill the president.
It is what it is, B.
Yeah. So that's how I got the name from. Yeah.
No, I like that because I always wondered where that came from, whether it was just because it sounded ill or because there was a real meaning. So I'm glad.
JFK, man, JFK, yeah.
Yeah, that's deep still.
Yeah.
So look, I've got your discography up, yeah, and it says here that on your profile, I don't know if you've seen it on Discog. It says Johnny Cash invented his own subgenre of UK garage called sublow. This was heavily influenced by drum and bass and emerged at the same time as grime. Is that correct? Is that accurate?
I don't think not correct.
That's what I feel like someone's typed that off their own opinion. What do you think?
Listen, grime came way after. Right, I'll give you an example. Some big grime artists that are out there. What's the guy with the dreads? He's Wiley, the man there.
Jammer.
Yeah. Right. Yeah. Well known. Big up Jammer. Respect. It shows you how far he was putting my records in boxes in Essential.
Swear down.
The distributor.
Well, he was working there.
He's working at the distributor.
Before he come out.
So wait, who's for anyone that don't know what a distributor is? What is a distributor?
As a person, that when you press a record up, you give it to them to hand distribute your records to the record
So
store.
basically, you're paying them to do a job for you because you're busy.
Yeah.
You're making music. They're running around, dropping it in the stores,
Yeah.
and getting it in the right shelves
Yeah.
space that it needs to be on.
Yeah. So
And Jammer works for them lot, packing the
So
boxes.
packing them up. I remember he's packing the dropped up Bimmer Kid. I remember seeing him there. And when I saw him later on, I said, "Oh, you're the same guy." Right? Now,
That's crazy.
no one was doing the rugged. That was me, Drey, and Charmsy. Yeah.
Charmsy, that's what I was gonna say. I remember there was another guy
Charmsy,
who was
right?
really talented as well, man.
So, no one was doing this underground deep. There was no kind of name for the music.
There was no like dirty garage basically.
It was this dungeon dark side. You know what I mean? So, there was no one doing this. It's like I saw the only ones doing it before grime, and spitting bars like I was
like
spitting,
road shit, real
I was
shit.
spitting greasy stuff on them.
Yeah, because you
tunes.
weren't just a producer. Let's get that clear for this. It's like you was dropping like verses on the joints on the flip side of the records and the A sides and that.
The greasy bar rapping. That's where the kind of hip hop and the garage came together. Yeah.
Did like a lot of people follow you lot's blueprint? Do you think in terms of getting the records pressed, putting a vocal version on the other side, an instrumental on the other?
I mean that's what.
Yeah, I was gonna say that was kind of standard.
Yeah.
But what I would say is like if you wanna go back to it and you wanna say like 1999, right? If you just go back to that year in London now and think about and listen to Drop Top Bimmer Kid, and then think about what other releases in garage came out in 1999 in that year. And you won't hear another record like Drop Top Bimmer Kid in that era. And you definitely won't hear a grime record in 1999. That's what they'd say.
I was gonna say somewhat damn near impossible.
Yeah, it's impossible.
Yeah,
like, that's like it's not a
man. No one in the fucking time traveler. You know what I mean? Like it wouldn't happen.
That grime came about. Cause you know what pisses me off? This is a strange one, man. Everyone thinks
the name.
The Grime's East London, blah blah blah. Yes, they got the limelight for one reason only. The biggest underground DJ was Slimzy.
What we was talking about just before the mics come on.
Biggest underground DJ was Slimzy.
Right.
Right?
That's a fact.
Right? And the dub plates and tunes they're playing, they're not from East London. right?
All right. Eastwood's my brethren.
Yeah, he's not, see?
He bust Eastwood, they ain't ready. He had the Slimzy dub plate.
Yeah. So the tunes, the underground stuff, a lot of guys, Sand, what's his name? Sand?
So you had DJ Virus, Xander Hardy, obviously Eastwood. You had us guys, you had Musical Mob.
What's the guy?
Or Youngster or whatever, Musical Mob.
Youngster was part of, and
Tiger, Hungry
Dynamic.
Tiger.
Big up Dynamic.
DYE.
Okay.
Dynamite. Dom Perignon, West London again. Like, who else?
There's quite a few I can't remember. There's many names.
But to be fair, those are bangers in it.
Yeah, we're talking some real shit.
They got the top classic tunes. 8 Ball got invented by Music Mob.
Yeah, Pulse X.
That's not. That is so-called
very
grime.
Northwest,
Grime.
fam.
Yeah.
Them man is from like Colindale and
That
fucking
came down from
Mozart
East side,
and that. Yeah.
East side, not East London. So the word grime started getting big. We was the first guys on one of the first guys on One Extra.
Oh,
Yeah.
for real?
Yeah, the One Extra show. Yeah.
So not to
So he had
mention
like a late night
DJ
show.
Cameo.
DJ Cameo as well. Yeah.
From Ealing.
Yeah.
Cage
Exactly.
Records
Yeah,
again.
yeah. So you know what I'm saying to you, right?
Uptown.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I remember when the word grime came in because it was a sublow show and One Extra.
Yeah.
And I remember him saying to
There's- What time was that show? That was like a 12 to 2 thing. or was it, or-
here was a late show.
No, but it was because of them.
Yeah.
No, but for the youngsters, if there's young people listening, they didn't really want our shit on radio. It's changed a lot.
Yeah,
They didn't
yeah.
want that. They used to shove you in a corner somewhere at 2 in the morning and say, "There, you've had your bit.
But
Like,
they-
let's
but
get back to
fam, they
the
would
happy
stay up.
music." You know what I mean?
They was
Yeah, people wanted it, fam.
The thing is, right? So you got to look at back in them days there, underground music, a lot of it's coming from West London, the dark stuff, and grime wasn't even known. Slimzy was the biggest DJ.
Off the back of Pay As You Go.
Yeah,
Yeah.
all the MCs, whoever jumped in his set became big.
Facts.
For example, Dizzy Rascal went in his set, boom, blew up straight away.
Yeah.
Everyone, Wiley, whoever was on his set,
That was like a sidewinder thing.
yeah, he was
wasn't it?
he was like that. He was like the dub plate man. Whatever tunes out there, he got the dub plate of it.
Yeah, he was first on it.
He was like the bad boy of the DJ thing. When
Slimzy was serious, man.
Yeah, he was on his game. Like, he was on all the new.
There
dub
was
plates.
really like for me, I think, because I'm a bit younger, so the timeline's slightly different. I was into garage, bought garage music. I had my moments where I was feeling drum and bass and whatnot, but as I was turning into like a more of a on the roads, hanging around outside, and that grime was coming through what they call grime, but it was more garage still, because Pay As You Go and So Solid were technically still garage and Heartless Crew.
Yeah.
But I think Slimzy becomes bigger than Pay As You Go at one point on his own, so that's why I know what you're saying is correct.
Yeah.
And Slimzy was almost like started getting compared to EZ, which was like unheard of.
Yeah.
And that's why I know what you're saying is 100% facts, because I remember people used to talk about it outside. Like, I think like they used to buy the tape pack for EZ's tape. Now they're buying it for Slimzy's.
I'll give you
I saw the shift.
I'll give you a story, right? Imagine this, yeah. Where to do a marketing plan. Now, we're from West London, yeah?
Yeah.
Right? So I said, where? It's all gone politics now. East London. But you know, there's bad boy producers from West, and all the, you know, you go to the rave. You're hearing enough West tunes in the rave.
Yeah.
But people think they're from East London.
Right.
For example, my own song, right? I'm gonna talk. I done my legging and my back in, so I was out of action for a while. So I was in the studio.
Yeah.
So I made the track War, yeah,
Ooh.
right. So I said, right,
Yo,
right, so I give this mad story, right? So I made the track War. I give it to Slimzy and dub plate. I went down the guest club and give it to Slimzy and dub plate. Slimzy goes, don't give it to no one. I said, no problem, man. Cool. Yeah? You got it, no problem. He's banging it out so much, yeah. He goes, this sounds fresh. Banging it out so much. When I was on Delight FM, yeah.
Oh, 103. Was it 103?
I was on Delight FM. Yeah, 103. Big up Sponge and that man there. And then being
Get Rich Group.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I saw him yesterday as well, the Garage Fest actually. You know what I mean? But yeah.
Jeez.
So
Them names
I'm on
there.
Delight FM, yeah, playing my own song. Whereas I'm ringing my phone saying, "Right,
The fuck
how
is that?
you get that tune? Why you playing Slimzy's song? Why am I playing Slimzy's tune?"
shit.
I said, "What?
Who rang you? Do you any
Big
names?
Brains on radio."
Randoms.
Yeah,
Didn't
man,
even know
I'm
them like
yo,
that.
That's what I knew. The scene is so. You got to play mind games. So I'm like, man, this is my song. Nah, blood, it's not your tune. They're ignorant on the phone. Like, what are you talking about?
So what did was it a case of Slimzy claiming it,
Nah,
trying to claim it,
no,
or was it a
not
case
even.
of
It's just-
He's just playing it so much that people will think.
and he's the
that-
only
yeah.
person playing it?
Yeah.
The way people thought it's East London's grime. East London's only East London.
Yeah,
So it's, you know
That's
that's
mad,
what they
innit?
thought. Yeah. So that's how the scene was. People they wasn't open minded. They were like closed minded. Yeah, it's all East London. And it got to the point where, you know, you go on a stage on the Sidewinder, it was billions of East London MCs. Yeah, the MCs, they were majority from East London.
Yeah, the majority
yeah.
wasn't it?
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Because yeah, you know, they're the bad boy Slimzy.
Well,
I'm saying to you, yeah.
Actually, let me give you an even bigger joke. This is how much these people are so passionate about their thing there. An even bigger joke is that to this day, even if you go on like My Tune Invasion, the one that I would come up with,
I was gonna say,
and you will
yeah.
see people actually asking, well, like actually dissing each other about whether I made the tune or whether he made the tune. That's how wild they are. Like, do you know what I mean? So being that he was the big one of the crew at the time.
Yeah.
Like, so
And
when
then you came
Invasion
out of
come
a
out,
banger, yeah.
So he's part of one banger, then the next banger's come along, Invasion, right?
War, then Invasion.
War and Invasion, and they've got that confusion in their head that, right, like, okay, so that's Black Ops, So obviously he's definitely made the next one too.
Yeah,
Even though you can hear,
But you're not from the same camp. You're allowed to have that
it's
sound.
wild. Yeah.
You're supposed to. In fact,
it's definitely. But it's wild to think that they would go to that lengths to have arguments online about it.
Because I tell people straight away.
That's real talk. No, that's real talk. I actually, sorry to cut you, Johnny. I was actually on the phone to a producer that I work with the other day, saying that you was coming on, and he was like, "Yeah, get Drey on there as well, man. That'd be sick, both of them, because they both made bangers. You know what I mean?"
Sick.
And then that's what gave me the idea to holler at you, to holler at him. And it was a thing where he was like, "Yeah, which one made which one again? I'm trying to work." And then that's the same thing that happened. What you just said.
Yeah.
And then I was like, I thought Johnny made that, and he's like, nah, it was Drey as well, and I was like, oh, it was, and then that's why I remembered the Charmsy name, because he had a track as well a bit later. Or
because we're like, call it the 1, 2, 3. We had I put 3 records out continuously in about a space of 2 months, and they were just these 3 records
picking up
the whole club for a whole year and a half.
Oh shit!
Continuously,
that's real shit.
they just battered every club. You know what I'm saying to you? I remember going to rave. I made music not for money, for the rush of hearing my music in the club.
Yeah, for the love and the passion.
I used to go clubbing just to hear my shit loud.
That's sick, innit? Just the fact that you can.
I used to go raving, and it was every week, ultimate reloads. That's it.
That's mad.
All the time. That was my rush to hear the music in the club. Go studio. I've been in studio sometimes, buzz off my nut. Come from raving. Yo, like you. I've been raving off my nut. Gas Club, Coliseum.
And then your tune come on.
Yeah,
and you didn't even realise at first. Shit, this is my shit. Yo.
It's crazy days, boy.
Those were the good feelings, though. Those were the days. Yeah, that rush of like.
Yeah, the feeling. You can't get that.
Yeah, forget the MCs. Not a man jumping and spitting bars on your tune.
We're talking about beats.
But just the beats dropping.
The drops.
And reloads.
Mad
Reloads.
And when you like that, people, listen, he's
crazy.
That's like that old hip hop saying, isn't it? A rhyme without a beat is incomplete, man. But you can have a beat without a rhyme.
Yeah. I mean,
you know what I'm saying?
Because it makes you move and skank.
Yeah.
Because the thing about us, lot, yeah, we because we had tons of other songs. Like only people now. Right, I didn't know you made that. I didn't know you made this. I had different aliases, sublow.fm and blow 40 hertz, and so I had a marketing plan. I want to put out 3 songs. I can't put 3 dreaded songs in one go.
You have to split it up.
They'll say, "Oh, I might buy the first one, but don't buy the second one."
That can happen.
I might put a dreaded song, but I might use 2 different names. Or I might put a Johnny Cash song. Here, put Johnny Cash 1, and then put the other one below where it hurts.
Yeah, that's hard.
They felt it was 2 different people.
No, that's sick. So you on the same release. So say you had like 4 tracks on one vinyl. It looked like it was 4 different producers, but it was you 2.
Yeah, just
maybe a Charmsy bit in there.
Yeah, you got the marketing. Yeah.
No, that's sick. So what year did Invasion come out? Do you remember the year?
It's like 2002, 2003.
Yeah.
Because War was 2003 release. Is that correct? Yeah, it said 03 on the Discog. I was looking at the Discog.
I remember when he came to my house he goes, "I got something for you." I said, "All right, cool." I knew he was a bad boy because he was doing stuff that he was doing like jungle stuff as well. So I couldn't make jungle. So jungle's
mad, isn't it?
Like, how you make that stuff? Because to me it sounded all technical. So
it's just mad tempos.
I didn't say it to him. I thought, wow, obviously he's got some musical technology ahead of me, but he's doing the jungle thing, bro. So,
he's hating on the low.
So I was on the wonder what he's doing. So one day he come in with the mini disc here and the Invasion come on. I'm like, whoa. And by this time, me and Drey said, look, the music we want to make is more crazy. But we got to tame it down for the MCs.
Yeah, bring it back in.
So that they can...
Yeah.
That's like the Dr. Dre thing where his beats were so ahead of their time that it was quite hot. Like, a rapper was scared to spit on it. Like, yo.
So can we just sort of tame it down? We want to go more in advance. We actually made tunes more simpler now for just the MCs.
So that they can put their verse on it.
Because now the MC's got more power than the DJ.
Yeah, it was shifting, isn't it?
Yeah, shifting the power. The MC's
was that due to like So Solid and Heartless and that? Was it due to that era?
I can tell you now that who's it's definitely the Grime lot, man. Definitely the East London lot. Tell the DJs reload the tube before the tune starts.
Pay as you go, then, isn't it? Yeah, pay as you go.
Right, the
man. Next tune.
Oh shit!
What did the DJ like? Next tune.
That's it. We're done with this one.
Right. Can't be
you could actually make a record, right? We thought about it at the time. We thought, right, the way tunes get played nowadays, you get a 16-bar intro, and you might get 32 bars of your drop. You might get, yeah. So I was actually gonna think about doing a tune, and have a record.
Different bits.
4 minutes of just 4 tunes of 1 minute 50 each.
Yeah, that's quite creative though.
Because DJs don't. I can say it now. It's some DJs are so ignorant. I'll be on radio. I'll play the 3rd drop because I used to do 3 drops in my song.
Yeah.
And last drop I'll go a bit more experimental and go back.
Yeah, you was doing music. You was making bridges and stuff like that. Yeah.
So in the third drop, I got a bit more, add a bit more stuff so you can rave to it. I'll play it on the radio. Some DJ be holler at me, yo, what's that VIP you got? I'm like, VIP? Because you play it on the radio. I said, I played that. That's the third drop.
Oh shit.
The DJs don't.
Is that why War VIP came out?
Yes.
That was like a second part.
Yeah, that's what they're not hearing nothing. So
basically, you didn't even have to make a remix. You just looped the end part into the actual.
Took the end bit and
then made it a new version.
Yeah,
that's sick.
Because DJs don't listen to they'll buy a record.
That's an easy night's work for them.
Yeah, they buy a record. But they buy a record and they won't listen to the end part of the record. Most DJs.
Yeah, even I used to
most
DJ.
Will not listen.
Oh shit!
Like you supposed to put a record on the needle and play it. Listen to the end of the record. You want to know your record. Still today, even you did the other day on the radio.
I said, right.
What's this part of the tune?
Yeah, right. I never heard that piece there.
It was like it's one of them ones that obviously. So I'm young now, yeah. So I'm in that generation where you want to be easy, right?
Yeah.
So you want to drop tunes and you want to drop tunes quickly and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah, he was mixing at a rate that was unheard of, fam.
Yeah, it was ridiculous.
Weird, fam.
So when Johnny would give me tunes, and there was a lot of records being pressed up at the time now, yeah. When I get tunes and I'd just be there like thinking, obviously I got to get through. I got to get through all of this, innit?
Shit.
Yeah, I got to get through all of this. And we had dubs as well to go along with that.
Yeah,
so you're just trying to
specials.
get to know the songs as quickly as possible. And that, like, do you know what I mean? And progression, like, but I always knew the progression was there, though. That's the funny part. The progression was always there, and I loved that. That's what I loved about.
Yeah. It was progressive.
Always,
it was like testing. Yeah. It was pushing each other.
Yeah.
Because you wasn't on your own in just making a track. You had someone else.
He'll come with a banger. He come with Invasion. I'm like, whoa.
What the fuck is that?
It's gonna kill a rave.
And then
I said straight away, I'm going prison plot tomorrow. I said straight away,
I said,
I'm going prison plot tomorrow. Don't worry about it. Give me how it is.
Don't even talk to me anymore about it. Just hand it over.
Straight to the prison plot. Straight to the prison plot before we might change it or we might get bored of it.
Fuck that.
Straight to prison.
Yeah, that's what producers do. Why do you not do that? Like producers work on their own song so much that they ruin it.
No,
that's deep. I shouldn't say ruin it, but
no, it's true. Because I can have a song. He told me the same thing.
Yeah.
Don't man, finish. Just mix it down, finish it. And I'm like, I don't know. You go back.
You're like, nah, but then
I had a problem for the last few years. Where the last 5 years, like I kept going to tune, I kept going more layering. Then I changed the whole song.
It's a whole different track.
Then I go back to the beginning.
Yeah,
the beginning one.
Yeah.
Now I just make something and lock off. Now I've got that as a habit.
I used to work with an engineer over in Grove as well, Jo from Lost Soul. Big up Jo, man. And he used to say that like a lot of artists get stuck in demo mode as well. 100%. So like they record, they record their vocals. And then, because they've heard it without him chopping the breaths out in the gap, or without mixing it with the layers and whatnot, they fall in love with the first like template of it. And then by the time they've actually got it mastered and mixed, they don't even like the song as much anymore. I liked it before, but really,
that was a demo.
Yeah, really, fam, it sounds way better. It's got more width. It's got more. The frequency's better. It's gonna sound better in a whip, in a club, everywhere. Yeah. But for the artist, you get stuck in that level. And I think it does go back to like the mic man days, fam. If you're on the radio and the track comes on, you drop your 16 right there and then. You gotta get good at it, fam. And you get used to listening to yourself on a set. So when you make that conversion from the radio to the studio, it's a whole different ballgame. There's people that are fucking amazing in studios but couldn't drop a full 16 on a set. Yeah. They wouldn't know where to jump in how to keep their breaths going and that, you know.
It's different. It's like a different job.
Yeah.
It's like different jobs, isn't it? Some are good hosts in the club, but some are not really good in the studio.
Yeah, you see it there. It's like a movie in the studio.
Yeah.
Cut and
get into your zone. You know what I mean? You become part of the music.
Is production similar? Is production a thing where, like, is the difference between a DJ? Because I know you use DJ Drey.
Yeah.
Was you a DJ? Because you rapped in it at first. Yeah. So as a DJ, for you, Drey, did you find DJing was your comfort zone or producing? Which one was like more natural to you?
See, that's funny because I grew up just wanting to make music the whole time. Everything was like, it was all a part of the same one thing. So like originally I wanted to start a sound system.
Right, yeah, like carnival size.
yeah,
real talk.
That's originally what I wanted to do, is start a sound system. And I had always, back in the day, really what I used to do back in the day. So I had the dreams of starting a sound system, and before that I had like a Casio keyboard. Actually, it wasn't even my Casio keyboard, it was my big sister's Casio keyboard. And I had, I was like 8 years old, 7, 8.
Mm-hmm.
I had a Fisher Price, Fisher Price cassette tape thing.
Yeah, look at Johnny's face.
I know, bro, it's mad, yeah.
Johnny's
This
face.
is this.
Film that shit.
And
So Fisher Price, what?
yeah, bro. And a normal tape, like hi-fi tape thing now, yeah.
You was building up the system.
So
fam.
yeah, so what? No, but this is what I used to do. What I used to do is I used to record on the Fisher Price tape cassette thing. Now you had a mic on it. Record on that.
Is that the one that's on the side?
Yeah.
I remember
Play
it.
the bits. Play the drum
You
loop
know it as well.
on there. Play the drum loop. Play the drum loop. Now yeah, and then play it back. Play the tape back with the drum loop on it, and then play like the bass line in. And record the whole thing again on another
you
tape.
are a creative
and
guy,
then go
lad.
back again and do it and just keep layering until I had a tune.
Wow.
Like from doing that. And that was when I was like 7 years old, 7, 8 years old when I was doing that. So in between the two things of like learning
Production and DJing.
Yeah. It was all like a journey to me. So
Was DJing kind of easy to you then if you was doing that sort of shit to make beats?
I clocked DJing. I literally clocked DJing in less than a day. Like I clocked house and beat matching and like literally. That was like a 2-second thing for me. That
Where was
like,
you when I needed you?
So I don't know. I said, yeah,
I never clocked that shit.
I clocked that. I had one sound lab deck. And
Direct or belt?
it was belt as it was.
The new school don't know about that stuff, boy.
Yeah, it was belt. And
I'm not even that new school secretly. You know, I'm showing my age, fam.
Yeah, and I had a JVC.
I had the
normal
Newmark
JVC.
belt drive DJ and a box to start with, fam.
Oh
Remember
shit!
the purple joints?
Yes, I remember
With the little monitor speakers, fam.
Damn. Yeah.
The belt used to fall off during the mix and that. It was weird. It was fucking. That shit was
Good
fucked
days,
up, B.
Nah, but yeah, that's how I learned anyway. I learned on one normal turntable, a JVC turntable. Didn't even have the
A
pitch.
JVC turntable.
A JVC turntable didn't have it.
As in like one off a stack system.
One of the stack systems, yeah. And then and a one sound lab belt driven
You was
DLP.
ill.
I think it was like DLP1.
So technically, for you to even beat match off of them two was already a hard task.
That would've been a
because
task,
they were both
yeah.
completely different things.
Hard out, yeah.
Yeah.
So I learned, like I said, I only had the money for my paper round. I got the money for my paper. I learned when I was like 12, 13 years old. So like, I got the money for my paper round and bought a deck and do you know what I mean? And it had a little mixer as well.
Here's a question for you then, as a producer. How much money every week did you spend on vinyls, fam?
I don't know. Yeah, that's. You know what?
It's
When
a
I was
collection-
young,
it's a collection wicked.
when I was
Dub
young,
plates?
when I was young, at the time when I was young, like I used to spend my whole paper round. So I used to do a double paper round, and that was only £30.
Yeah.
So I used to spend the whole £30 every week. I used to spend the whole £30.
Records for me was a big thing, man. I used to buy so much vinyls, brother, man. It was like, I loved music so much. I'll go to the record shop, and this is a funny story for you, Johnny, as well, man, because obviously I only really like connected with you recently, but being from West London, we always knew what you lot did for that garage grime scene, you know what I'm saying, from my age group. War, there's two funny stories for me for War, right? So one was that it dropped, I think the same year as 50 Cent was coming out hard as well. From the Dr. Drey signing, I think. Is that 2003?
Yeah.
So like he was putting out tracks before that, obviously, like the Wankster and that leading up to it, and then in the club and whatnot. But at the time, I would go to an out of London record shop because they wouldn't sell out as fast as the central one. So I used to duck to Slough, SRC. It was called Slough Record Centre. I used to go there. I used to ring them. Yeah, hold me a little, all the joints, and I used to go there. And it's when they used to put out the Rockefeller records on Def Jam, but they had their own sleeve, you know, the grey sleeve and that, and their own test presses and shit. And then there was a time where I was about to buy all of the hip hop records and that, and then they was like, listen, and then they dropped like, oh, you buy garage as well, yeah, and then they dropped the garage joints on the side and War's there, innit? And I'm like, let me hear this one there. Boom, I heard it, and that's the Slimzy one, you know. That's exactly what I thought again. So I'm like, nah, man, I ain't got enough money, bro. You know what I mean? So I'm like, I've got to sacrifice a record, man. Shit. I'm like, shit. You know what I mean? And I specifically remember putting War on the stack and putting back. I think it was a Jay-Z record with Memphis Bleak on it. Wow, and that's how much it meant to me for the UK scene. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Like, and that's a big thing, bro, because we're talking about like Rockefeller Records in the prime, and I want this vinyl, and I may never see it again if I let it go. But I want War too, because we got a set in the youth centre on Tuesday. You know what I'm saying? That's how real it was, man. Like for real.
Them days of like. That's what do you expect about the UK garage scene? Why I left the UK hip hop scene, and let's look at it's how hip hop scene was back in the day. They relied on one man. Listen, you got how many youths making hip hop back in the 90s? Tons. It's like thousands. You relied on Tim Westwood, one man to break you.
Yeah, for real.
That's
sad, isn't it?
That's a rap. So I said, "Man, you run on one man to break you. You're crazy, man." I said, "Tell me, look at UK garage scene. Got all these different DJs, all different outlets. They don't go to Westwood. They do it themselves.
Yeah.
Their own pub events.
Yep.
Playing their own music, old style of music. Because remember, I saw UK garage thinking, "Man, this is some strange music." I liked it, but it was too weak.
It was very soft.
Yeah. So I thought I'm gonna harden it up. You know what I mean?
Sponsored by Johnson's baby
So-
powder B.
But I respected their business plan.
Yeah, I like the vibes as well. I
Yeah.
did like the energy.
Yeah, I respected it that they didn't need Radio 1 to bust their tunes. They were at some points they were selling more records than number 1 on Top of the Pops because
Yeah.
they were underground.
For real.
Wasn't get registered. But that's why I respect the garage blueprint. But now that was like the last of the UK musics, and then the grime thing come in. And what it is, why I say garage is good because before they let the majors in, they controlled it.
Right. Yeah. It was like you say, it was a hierarchy.
Yeah, they had it. Listen. They had it under control.
Who was like some of the top dons in that film?
All Norris the Boss. Yeah, he
Windross.
definitely comes.
Norris the Boss Windross.
Norris the Boss
Is he the
Windross.
boss like that for real? Is that why he had that
Yeah.
title?
Norris the Boss is a don.
Norris the
Oh
Boss.
shit!
Man.
I didn't-
Yeah.
So it weren't just a cool name.
Yeah.
Nah, he's the boss. Yeah.
Jeez.
Had them lot. You had
Creed.
the Creed.
Because he was on his sets a lot, innit? CKP,
What's the guy? Unknown MC.
Unknown MC.
You know who Unknown
the
MC
old
is?
school brother. Was he a hip hop artist before, fam? or something?
Hijack, you know. Underground Hijack.
Is that from hip hop?
Listen. If you type in Hijack, they were the most. They were signed to Ice-T. They were the underground bad boys of UK hip hop.
Real talk. Because he had a hip hop swagger to him still, and a little bit of an accent.
When I saw him in the garage scene, because I had to go IMW, they'll come out,
Yeah.
we go in. That's how I know him. I said, right, hijacking her. And he listen. They were like black ops to hip hop scene.
Yeah.
They were raw, underground,
Greasy.
no tolerance. Yeah, like they were greasy black. You know what I mean, him undercover and that man there. So the thing is, the UK hip hop scene, blood on Tim Westwood.
Yeah, one person
man.
again. Yeah.
One man didn't control your destiny. Nah.
So what do you I guess how do you feel about? I say feel, that might be the wrong word. Tim Westwood. Have you ever had experiences with him or
I know
yourself
Tim
personally?
Westwood when I was a youth. Yeah.
Yeah.
What I saw with him, he just jumped. Right now, look, he's getting on a bit. He just jumps on what's hot and stays afloat with what's current.
Yeah.
I mean, and the thing is, he's showing the UK hip hop props now, but back in the days, he should have done it from way back.
That's what I'm saying. I heard he got a lot of criticism in the early years for that, for like not.
He didn't do nothing, man. He didn't do nothing.
Have you seen these interviews on Vlad?
No.
He's actually been on Vlad TV, you know, the American platform, and he has said things on there that like he spoke about Chester P and the man there and that, and he said that. Have you heard of him?
Yeah.
Yeah, and he said that at the time they were doing great things, but they were so different to what he was playing that it was their own thing.
Right, but look at Grime. Yeah, that's UK.
Very UK.
Very
yeah.
UK.
More UK than that.
He jumps on that bandwagon like.
That was 07.
Yeah, he's on that, man. So he could have pushed UK hip hop back in the day, long time ago.
Yeah.
He had London Posse signed to his label.
Oh, swear down.
Listen, I saw him on an interview, with Gigs.
Yeah.
And he cussed Rodney P. He says something bad. It wasn't good. I'm thinking, man, he's a cheek. The man had him signed to. What
did he say? Do you remember? Was it anything
rapping like they got? I don't know. Rapping like they got stuff. I don't know. He said something not good. But
like a little young jab?
Yeah, a big like, you know what I mean?
Like a little young jab at
it
them
wasn't
when
good.
they're.
It wasn't good. A lot of people heard it wasn't good. Rodney P was signed. Rodney P was a bad boy. He was signed to his label.
Yeah.
And hey, listen, they had a label. Yeah, I mean, that's it. Bionic and Rodney P. They're London Posse.
They're legends, fam. Yeah,
Listen,
hip hop legends, man.
There's some bad boy tunes.
You know what's funny? A lot of Americans. I've been listening to a lot of podcasts, American ones, and they always mention London Posse as like the first UK.
They were like Papa London, Papa a white mate. Because remember, them times a lot of men were rapping American.
Yeah, I didn't like that, man.
A lot of guys were like, "Yo, man, rapping American." They come with the London flow. So, and that's why.
Are they officially the first London rappers, literally, like in terms of rapping as a Londoner?
Yeah, first sort of no. I mean, there's a lot of people out. A lot of people back in the days. You had it's like maybe you had what's the name? Moni Love and all that.
Moni Love's son, yeah. Moni Love's
Melly something. MC Mello, bad boy.
Even Slick Rick's from UK,
Slick
isn't
Rick
it?
from Wilson, yeah. You know what I'm saying?
Where's he from Wilson?
He's from Wilson, yeah.
Oh shit, North Easy.
When you see Slick Rick, think of a Halsey you. He looks like a Halsey.
He does look like a Halsey you, fam.
He
does still.
He
looks like he's from Church Road.
When I see him,
Shit.
I think of Church Road back in the days when I'm.
Yeah, he does. He's got that look still.
Yeah, he's him. That's it.
Northwest Sheets have got a look at it. They got Northwest.
That's it. You can see. I heard that. Yeah, he definitely fits the type, man. But yeah, like Westwood could have broke UK scene long time ago.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? he's done well to stay in the limelight and stay.
I was gonna say, I know. Like, I agree with you. First off, I know it's easy to kind of not diss is the wrong word, but say that, throw a bit of shade on him like that. But do you think on the flip side of things, he's done a lot for the UK though?
Well, I'm not throwing shade because I was a UK hip hop man myself.
Yeah,
So,
no, not like you directly,
No,
but
no,
I know the masses. People do throw a lot onto him because he had the dog, you know, like the whole aura, and not supporting UK enough early doors.
Yeah, because you know what, you got to look at it. Because this is what he do. He'll say, yeah, like he'll the UK scene. He's on it now, like on it hard now.
Oh, he's on it harder than
Hard,
me. Like,
yeah,
you know,
but
like
no,
he's getting
he's-
use
like,
from
come on,
ends.
yeah,
I don't even know if
he's on it
been
hard
crib
now.
sessions
and
and
I'm
that.
thinking, rad. This guy didn't do that back in the day when he should have done it.
Better late than never. Is it fair to say that?
Nah.
No, because he jumped on the scene that's what he built.
Yeah, he's
What
doing
we
it.
built.
He's doing it for his own hype.
Okay,
The scene's already built.
For subscribers and that.
Yeah, yeah,
Alright,
yeah.
alright,
you know
I
what
hear what you're
He
saying.
needs to do it. Like right now,
He's
he
supposed
needs
to do it, and
yeah,
he's doing good at it,
Yeah,
but
he
it's
needs to
maybe
do it.
not for the right
Right
cultural
reasons.
reasons.
Yeah.
The scene's gonna go on without him and they are not. Before
Yeah.
Before you
We've got
needed
enough
him,
platforms now.
Before you needed him, and he could have had playing tunes. He could have done a little bit for the UK, and UK would have grown long time ago, man. Like everyone could see the vision, but he couldn't see it. He didn't want to. He
Didn't want to see it.
So you know, I mean, that's, you know, so I respect him for being in the game, for staying afloat, but for UK wise, helping UK music, no.
I think though that's quite a typical UK thing, is that when we get into positions, like when we do get those positions, you know what I mean, when you do have a DJ that does get those positions, they don't usually tend to end up doing the
right
cultural thing.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? They tend to
Putting
go
themselves
for
in a
the thing that's
position
gonna
of
be in the
power.
that's going to keep themselves in the line, like keep their pocket in the right place. Do you know what I mean? Rather than, and I can understand it. Everyone's got
understand it to an
families to
extent.
feed.
Yeah,
Do you know what I mean?
it's
Whatever
business as well,
it's
still.
business is what it is. But sometimes in the long run, and like sometimes in the long run, it is good to do the thing that's right for the culture and for your hometown.
Yeah, 100%.
Do you know what I mean? Like, and I say sometimes that all the time. Like, to be honest with you, in the long run, that will always be the thing that will keep you in the game.
That's what I wanted to do when I started this podcast. Not to digress from
Yeah.
you lot's thing, because it's very important that we talk about what you lot did for the game and that. But the reason, like, I don't want people on here just because of their relevancy. Like, we've had guests here that was big back in the day. We've had guests that might be big because they're going the right way to being big and whatnot. And we've had everything in between. I think that it's all about obviously like shedding light on people's experiences as well and what they and what they've kind of put into the culture.
Yeah.
And I think that's what it goes back to, man. Like, mate, look, at the end of the day, it's gonna take us. We've taken a couple of hours out of our busy day, which we all appreciate and that. But people are gonna listen and learn some shit. You know what I'm saying? And it's good for the culture.
Definitely, man.
Yeah, and that's ultimately, I think right now that's probably the piece of the pie that's like missing, is that like our generation that came through doing it for the culture, purely for the culture. Like,
Yes.
do you know what I mean? At the end of the day, we don't often get an opportunity to talk to the currents, like, do you know what I mean, and let them know. At the end of the day,
This is Wagwan.
This is what it is. This is what's up. When you're starting something from grassroots now, yeah, like, and you're doing it because at the end of the day now, yeah, you're trying to fuse two sounds together, like you're trying to bring the two cultures together, States and UK, and do something special.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? And sometimes the doors are closed, but you got to keep hustling.
You got to
and
keep
pushing,
tapping on them. Yeah.
you know what I mean? That's fully like that's fully the vibe, and that's fully. I like that for me as a younger, like, coming through when Johnny spoke to me.
Yeah.
That's what stood out most for me. It was like, yo, we're doing this. Ultimately, West London, we hardly stand up tall like that. Even in raves back in the day, like I used to feel it, bro. You know what I mean?
Go on, talk the thing.
You could be in a rave. We could be in a rave, right? No lie, you could be in a rave, yeah. You could be in Nottingham Carnival. Oh, area. It's west of the house.
Yeah.
In the south.
Oh man.
You know, everyone in West is there, but they keep quiet. Westman don't make no noise.
Why?
Yeah.
Why do you think this is?
I've been in a rave. I don't go. Yeah, I'm like, I don't know what it is. We just don't.
What?
We're not, I don't know.
We're more laid back. I don't know what it is.
Because you know what? I don't associate noise.
Take Packs used to show that so hard as well. It's mad.
You know, if a
Yeah,
rich
man.
rich man say, look, I don't need to go.
Too
and buy
cool.
I don't need to buy a big car. I don't need to show I got wealth. He could be just like a
I
bum.
was gonna say, because noise doesn't necessarily mean strength.
Yeah.
No, not at all. Not at all.
You know what I mean?
But ultimately, sometimes I feel like with us lot here, we get written out of history because of that quietness. Because we keep our.
Sometimes you gotta make noise, innit?
You know what?
Yeah.
Listen, that's a perfect thing you said there.
Yeah, I like that.
I'm glad this podcast is going on for real. I got a phone call, yeah? I got a phone call. Someone hollered me on Instagram. Oh, yeah, we're doing a Grime documentary, blah, 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 blah. Right, yeah, so my first thing is, all right, you're going to get the history right, yeah? So what do you mean by that? So who's doing the documentary? Well, me, Jamma, blah, blah. I said, okay.
Who's this first? Who's on the phone?
Some guy, some guy, he ran me from I didn't take it.
And he said he was working with Jammer.
Yeah, he asked me some questions. I said, you're going to do the history, you're going to get history correct. I said, what do you mean by that? Well, I said, you're doing Jammer. Yeah, so it's going to be more or less a one-way thing at East London thing again.
But Jammer was packing the tracks, you said, so did he tell him to holler at you?
They will never say anything to discredit them from where they come from.
Right.
Yeah. When you hear these Grime documentaries, you think it just pops up. You think this thing just pops up. I remember I've been around, none of them been around.
Yeah, from
I remember seeing them coming up in the game. So I remember the whole transition with them coming into the game. But you never hear about the things before then. A lot of people know now. Oh yeah, cause I did an interview for Westminster last week, and the lady said to me, "Oh, we know you was before Grime. We know this."
Yeah.
I said, "Oh, I thought, how you know that?" He goes, "Oh, we know."
Discog.
Yeah, he goes,
the
"We got
timeline.
your
Can't lie, fam. It's a number.
Because this is your thing's way before the Grime thing. The Grime thing came we called Grime by the media, not by the street. The media called it Grime.
So this is a good point. First off, when I always looked at it from a consumer of Grime, someone that goes on pirate radio but buys the records rather than someone that's known in it. So as a consumer, I always used to feel like Johnny Cash and Wiley at the same time were both like claiming that they kind of was like spearing that sound, yeah. But then when Wiley would drop a track, what do you call it? Urban? What do you call it? Garage? What do you call it? Grime? What do you call it? Esky? When he never said sublow and I'm from West, that it didn't annoy me. But it's like, why is he not saying it? Is it? And then he calls himself obviously the Godfather, i.e. the title of the album. And yes, Wiley was very like predominant and very, very key to like the growth of that scene. But how do you feel about that?
It's like, it's funny. Good question. Good question.
Yeah, it's been on my mind, and I just wanted to vent it. You know.
I always say to myself, me and him, we're the pinnacle of the scene.
Yeah.
We never worked together. We didn't even come out of the same studio.
You never even worked together.
No.
Wow.
That's maybe it's Wiley how Wiley isn't. I don't know what I'm saying, but it's weird. Like, wow, how come Johnny Cash and Wiley never did a track? The scene, you know,
we're talking about like timeline wise, you two was dropping serious creative music.
They're coming out of Rinse, we're going into Rinse. We know each other. We're cool. I'm saying to you, but for the scene, it could have done good for the scene. I'm saying
it could have been a massive thing.
The Grime thing, the MCs with Slimzy, they had that thing cornered.
Yeah.
Like they sort of pigeonholed it, and then it's hard to infiltrate.
Right.
I mean, because what the media called it Grime.
Yeah.
No. I mean, because while they were doing this Eskimo beats, Esky.
Esky. That's what it was. Sublow and Esky for me. Who was who? What was what? That was the blurred line.
The media
called it Grime.
Pigeonholed it Grime. And I remember saying to the interviewer, you shouldn't pigeonhole our music.
No.
The reason being, this is what I said to them. I said, I've seen all the musics come and go. Reason being, because they pigeonhole it. Yeah. When you pigeonhole, like if you say UKG, they pigeonhole it, yeah, and then they
put it in a box,
and then you can't play UKG in the club no more in West End.
Yeah,
and that killed the UKG scene. I remember I remember one point it was raving every day.
They put a ban on that, yeah.
Yeah, but
I didn't even know that.
Listen, I was raving every day, 7 days a week. UK garage, West End, country, blah blah blah. Westminster put a ban, no UKG in the club.
Wow.
No garage now. It just shut down. Boom.
That's a lot. It's a lot of shutdown, isn't it? It's a lot of
shut
different
down. No
careers put on hold.
Yeah, they shut it down. Just like that, music and that. Yeah. Something that we created, they just locked it off. And then the thing is, when you pigeonhole things, and I was trying to say to them, don't pigeonhole
this Grime thing.
Music, yeah, because if you pigeonhole it, they can control it. If they say don't play Grime in the club, we're all messed up.
They can't play Esky or Sublow. Yeah, basically.
And the reason I call my music Sublow is, because if you know my background, I'll make a garage track. I'll make a 4/4 track. Then I'll make a grimy track again. Sublow is bass line.
Bass. Yeah, you're very heavy bass.
Bass. So we put bass on any beat. So we're asked us about bass line. We might be a garagey beat because it's
gonna be serious.
Yeah.
Also, to mention as well, like while we're touching on the subject of genres, while this is all going on, like maybe like when people are trying to make something a grime that's like maybe more intelligent or maybe more leaning towards the W end of things, you have dubstep.
Yeah, dubstep.
And we used to get to play those raves.
Right.
Now you wouldn't necessarily get an Esky crew or Grime crew
in like plastic people and then
like a forward or even a subloaded in Bristol or something like that, but which we would go and play.
Yeah.
and Oi in Amsterdam as
yeah.
well. Like
New York as well. Yeah,
New York. Yeah, so we would get to play like those places like and it
different pockets.
pockets, but that's because it was that music was again it was about beats.
Yeah.
So
no MCs.
It was about beats though. So almost in a way like it kind of felt like, to me like the whole thing was like really splitting up solely. Like, for me, it felt like solely everything got chopped up into like a million different pieces. Solely by the media.
Yeah.
Because for me, I could potentially play an Oris J, then a Johnny Cash, then a Wiley as a DJ. Right. Yeah. That could easily happen.
Could run.
That could run. But then when you're talking genre wise, that's dubstep, sublow, Esky. And if you want to talk how they would have put it, do you know what I mean? The media would put it, it's all grime, and then you're out. Like, do you know what I mean? If that's what you're doing,
and then you shut down.
Yeah. So
control.
It was for me. It felt like that genre, that title. I remember for eight. I'm talking even now. We're talking now. Yeah, we're talking today now. Yeah, and we're talking about like we're walking in here and you're saying grime. Yeah, and
we accept it now.
We accept it now. I'm saying that for a long time, for the longest time, I'll tell you straight. For the longest time, I would have. And even still, when you say it, to be honest with me, it still doesn't even sit well. It still doesn't even sit well. It still doesn't even sit well.
That's weird. It's not weird. It's crazy.
We got artists on our label, yeah. A guy called Straps. So like,
I remember him, Spitter.
Yeah. He's a bad boy artist, yeah. Like, he calls it a grime artist.
He from South?
Yeah, from South.
Yeah, I remember him. Yeah.
We make sublow beats. So the grime thing's really the MCs.
Yeah.
Music's really not grime. You know
okay.
I mean? Even to like, a lot of the new producers.
Because the content is grimy, that's why,
Like if I was to be honest about it, like I said, that's how I feel about it. It's like when I say it, like when I verbalize it, it also sounds like I'm jumping on something that really ain't me.
Ain't your thing.
That's their thing.
Because a lot of the youths won't know that, because they'll think that grime is just the scene that we all wanted to be part of, but really it was kind of forced on people like yourself to accept it in the long run.
I said, you play a grime record and you play a sublow record, and there's a difference.
We'll
be in the club, and they play the grime songs, all the tinny. Listen, I say it straight. Most producers make using the hi-hat clap, blah, 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 blah. When you play our tunes in the club, record to record, there was always a big difference.
Yeah, there's layers to it.
A tune come in, my tune come in. Oh, stamp it. So stamp it all out. You wouldn't hear the tune before. I mean, it was just.
I just say the club's shaking.
We got tunes back in the days, 2004, 2003, 2005. Still they're rinsing out today.
It's going hard.
They've even got Drey trying to go online trying to make his baseline.
The science. That's what I'm saying. That's another part to put in it too. Like as a producer, like back in the day when we was coming through, you're talking. I couldn't come along and be like, oh, do you know what? I'm gonna take Johnny Cash's presets and use those as a dready.
Weren't gonna happen.
It's not happening. Like, so I had to go out. And I'm talking as a youth. I had to be like, yo, you know what? I'm gonna make my own baseline.
Jeez.
That's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna sit here. I'm gonna figure out. And the guy got it. The guy online got it wrong anyway. He was way off the mark anyways. But he done well. He done well to try a thing. But he tried a thing. But like really and truly, like I'm saying, that was part of the art.
Yeah.
I'm gonna make my own baseline. No one's got this baseline. Originality. You can't find this on any preset.
Which is why we were saying about Timbaland off I think we was off the mic saying that, or was we on it? I can't remember, but that's the same thing. They had their own sounds, these producers. Neptunes, Timbaland.
You had
Drey.
Like Drey's an individual. Johnny Cash is an individual. Timbaland, Drey, Charmsy. You hear the beat.
You know it is.
I can hear a hi-hat coming in. I know that's a Drey tune coming in.
Yeah, mad.
I'll be hosting the show. I know he's mixing it because he's here the way it sounds.
Yeah. That real art of production.
You can hear it. So, but most of the producers, they can't create a sound. They can't go there and say, look, anyone can copy something. Anyone, yeah?
Yep.
Right? You must have, you're into rap.
Yeah, big time.
I know enough guys who are bad boy pianists. You know, the bad boy piano. I say, yeah, come and play me a tune out of your own head.
Without copying one that you've heard before.
Can't do it, bro.
No creativity.
Stuck.
Yeah.
I said,
they know the keys, but they haven't got the creative juices going on in
what's
them.
that mean? It's like when singers come to the studio. Yeah, I'm a singer, blah, 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 blah. And I say, right,
right, son.
Just go, why? So what do I sing? I make music. That's for you. Like, I don't ask you what do I make. You know what I mean? But this is how it is nowadays, yeah.
And that's the same thing with I mean, like obviously I do love grime and I do love some of the stuff that they did as well and that people have done. But when you're looking at it from a perspective of when we were selling records like 2005, sorry, now 2004, you're looking at a lot of artists from other parts of London, like everyone was using the same presets. And some people were even going so far to use, like, you know what I mean, at the time to use Music 2000, Do you know what I mean?
Remember that
And
PlayStation?
It was PlayStation thing. Like
I was alright on that.
And I'm saying,
shit. Well, I could be a producer too, B. Shit. Bro, can I be in Black Ops? I was good with that, man.
But that's what I'm saying.
My mum bought me that.
It changed, and I can remember being at college now, yeah, and the doors opening again with another program, Reasons now, yeah. That was another program that opened a lot of doors.
Reasons.
Like, so we're from the generation. You got to have a sampler. You got to have a sound module.
Mm,
you got to have a desk. Like, you got to like
certain things that you have to have.
certain things you have to have.
But man's are using
like,
a PlayStation gamepad now.
Yeah, and also that sound palette is only everyone's got it.
Yeah.
You ain't got a different Music 2000 sound palette.
Nah, it's no such thing. Yeah, it's the same thing. Yeah.
Like, so that's when it became like it felt like for me, like as a producer, it got to a point where it felt like for me, like that was the grime sound. Like, but really and truly, when I'm listening to that, I'm like, there was some bad boy melodies, there was some bad boy bass lines, like
Every now and then,
more out of it. I wanted the guy to be like,
it wasn't big enough.
Nah.
There's a difference between. I always hear producers say this. There's a difference between, and I've heard people like Just Blaze talk about it, Alchemist. There's a difference between a producer and a beat maker.
Yes,
that's what I've heard.
Yeah,
and
it's true. A beat maker can make a beat. Can you make it a full song?
Was the grime thing? Was a lot of them just beat makers?
Yeah, just ideas. A lot of them. A lot of them.
And do you know what? Not to take
anything away from
not take anything away from the producers themselves. What I would say is that they just like right now, maybe producers in them times there was missing several steps.
Yeah.
So that's that we got to see a fledgling producer, someone who was in the early doors. You really and truly in our time, where you had to go off and save your money to buy a sampler, or save your money to buy a sound module, a desk, whatever it is. That person would have been 3-4 years down the line. They would have before they got their first record out.
These guys have got a PlayStation, making something. It's been out.
All you had to have was an East London postcode.
Yo, it's out. And the thing is, now it got to the point where we're making music, so much music, and I'm saying to Drey, look, yo, the scene's getting too simple, man.
Yeah. Well, go on. Yeah, it's a bit mad still.
And it got hard to really strip that back and put it in perspective. Like, oh, you know, I'm gonna make music for that purpose. Like, and also, do you know what? Funny enough, now we're talking about this now as well. Is that some now, presumably. I mean, I know this because I've seen how much these records go for on Discogs now. Yeah,
I was looking at that actually. Still $12.99 and things like that for one. Yeah. If you're lucky.
Yeah. Like, but I've seen it go up to like 90, 100.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
And I'm saying to you,
I might have missed a one actually. It might be 112.
And you're saying that the sound, that crappy sound that was coming out of PlayStation, to a degree that became the grime sound, and now that aesthetic is like something that people try to achieve.
Which is obviously like lowering the level of such overall. Because you're not aiming for the sky anymore, you're aiming for that.
I remember going to the record shop and I remember saying to Kemil, like, yo, you need to put some hierarchy in what you put on the shelf, bro.
Yeah, quality control.
Look, you put just some kiddie music, bro. And then I thought, I don't want my music associated with this.
Yeah, you outgrew it.
I couldn't have it anymore. I said, I don't put no music anymore. I stopped.
Yeah.
So could you put in my music next to some crap? And I'm gonna get pigeonholed. I mean, I remember I made a tune. I thought, they want simple tune? Let me give them a simple tune. And still today, they still can't. They can't recreate. I put Hoods Up out. Yeah, I made that so simple.
That's what I was gonna say. Was that you that made Hoods Up?
Yeah. I
couldn't remember if it was a joint one or not.
I said I make it so simple for the MCs.
Hoods Up was serious, man.
And that just become like the funky drummer.
I bumped into Diesel, D-Power
I know that name.
Yeah, D-Power. He was with East Connection and that back in the day. But I bumped into him I bumped into him in the Relentless Studios. I was down there just on a little press day and that. And me and him first time met. He had seen the podcast, so we started talking and whatnot. Cool guy. And I told him, we've got, Johnny Cash coming on, we got this, that, just, networking. And he was like, yeah, man, he had signed some new young youths and they had jumped on the Hoods Up beat to do a freestyle. Yeah. And then apparently he was trying to get hold of you, or he got hold of you or something to see if he could get like a WAV of the file and that, but you never had it, obviously.
Once he told, he's more up to date on this new technology. Like, he's trying to be like, Johnny, don't give your WAV out.
See, my thing about it is, listen to this, is that, like, you're talking about updating everything, whatever, but we make club music.
Yeah.
Like, and
it's wide.
It's wide. Like that's what it's about. So my thing is that I feel like with history, like I don't like to change what we did back then. So if we give out the WAV or the MP3, then everyone's got it, right? And everyone can go off and do what the hell they want with it, as they're doing already from the vinyl rip.
Like a remix and stuff.
Yeah. Whatever. Even just jump on it, whatever. Like from that. And my thing is like I like to respect the people. The people that put their money in our pockets back in the day.
Yeah.
I want to respect them and honor that. Like, and it's not like it was like 10 people. This is
Nah,
thousands.
if we're talking like
this is
numbers,
thousands.
yeah,
We're
you lot
talking
done numbers
here
still.
that got these records now. Yeah, at the end of the day, let me respect that. Do you know what I mean? And let me put that. Like, if you want that, come to us. We'll give you a Black Ops production. We'll give you a Johnny Cash production. Let's work together.
Scrap. Yeah, that's sick.
Let's work together. Let's do this. Do you know what I mean? Don't go back to the 2006, 2007 beat. Do you know what I mean? And use that. But then when you're gonna go off and do your album, you know, jump in and grab the next guy. Do you know what I mean? The guy that probably is gonna copy Hoods Up anyways. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, it's almost like when you give someone that raw file, it's almost like they could do what they want, I guess.
You give them the masters.
Not to knock on them man and that, 'cause they just done a freestyle, but in general,
But in general, I'm saying in general, I would probably like to see going forward. Like, I'd probably like to see that the reason why people won't get the WAV is because let's work. Let's be creative and make something fresh.
I record you on it. You don't take the WAV away. I've got your vocal on it. Take it away that way.
Yeah, fair enough.
Simple.
Yeah,
like,
fair
do you know
enough.
what I mean? Simple.
That's it.
Like,
we need to book something in then. Shit.
That
but for real.
That feels right to me. That feels for the art. Do you know what I mean? For the culture from back then.
Yeah, it's everyone. When you're a creative person and you are producing something, whether it's music, whether it's a movie, it's a personal thing to you anyway, because it's your energy, your time.
You hit the nail on the head there. It's one thing I've got a problem with now. I never stopped making music. I just stopped putting it out.
Yeah, it's different.
Right.
It's different.
No, even I know I've got new stuff coming. I've got a new album coming out this year. A lot of new material, and it's been a struggle. He's been on my back here. Do you want to listen?
What's the struggles? What is the modern struggle?
Well, I had all street stuff caught up on me a few years ago. Jail, blah blah blah.
Oh, for real? You went away for a minute?
Yeah,
I didn't even know that, man.
Yeah, so when that give me some stress, come out.
Yeah.
And then it's the download thing. This is I've got a thing about
streaming and shit.
Right. What it is, I see myself in the studio working, and I'm a person. I will go over my tune 50 times if I have to make it sound like how I want it to sound. Yeah. Now I've been working all them hours, then to give it out on a web for free.
Yeah.
For free. Once I give it out, that's it. It's gone.
And it's even tougher for you because you come from an era where you made a lot of money from selling music. So not a bit, a lot.
And now you can't make
moving real units.
And I've got
like braggable numbers.
He's a DJ. He's lucky. Right? I've got now let the DJ to go and perform.
Yeah, that's the new way.
I don't really want to go out DJ. I went to Gary's.
Like you said, you've been raving 7 nights a week for so long that you can't even know.
Yesterday, and I thought, you know what? I understand what Drey says now.
I was like, so my whole thing is I'm always trying to impart on him.
Yeah.
Like, I've always kept moving in the music industry.
Yeah, you never stopped.
I never stopped.
That's credible.
So for me personally, I know that with the whole thing of going out and DJing, I've toured hard.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? At the end of the day, around the world, and that's a hard job. It's a hard life.
A lot of energy.
It's not a lot of energy, and
a lot of
I'm
time.
telling you, a lot of time. A lot of time away
time
from
is
home.
money, man. It's more important. That's what they say, man. There's only one, like the only important commodity in life is time, because money comes and goes, but time you can't get it back. You know what I mean?
And that's what I'm saying. So for me, I always say to him is that, like, you have to figure. I mean, in the music industry hasn't settled anyway. Like, there isn't like, oh, streaming is the bang bang right now. We know that's gonna move and change, and it's always gonna keep.
Is it, or is that here for a minute, do you reckon? I think it's here for a minute. You know,
I think
life.
But my thing is, I think ultimately, I think it's coming into the. Obviously, they're saying that only just now they had the streaming downloads in America became more than the actual. The streaming became the revenue from streaming was more than the downloads. So that
first time,
happened.
because we was sorry to cut you as well, because we was going back on. I was on the Beat FM with a guy called DJ Double.
All right.
Good guy. He actually helped me with like getting my track out there when everyone, all the like the major DJs weren't replying and that. So we ended up building a little relationship through music, through just the love of music. So I go on the show for an interview, and we discussed that. I think there was 1 year, and I think it wasn't too long ago, so it would surprise people. Maybe 2014, where vinyl generated more monetary value we're talking but time what it would do because it's a physical product, but we're talking about 2014 fam. People
that shows you how much no money downloads.
Yeah, streaming. It was like every 1,000 stream is one sale, which is like 69p or something. You know what I'm saying? Like, and imagine you're an independent artist and your fan base is 4,000. You're not making no money. Nah, you're getting your streams, but you're not making no money.
The game is now completely changed where
you got to start selling t-shirts and that. You know what I mean?
Put music out.
Real talk.
Yeah, you got to sell a product so you can hold. I've got to put music out for free so I can go play somewhere.
Yeah.
I didn't really want that, but That's how it is now.
It might be that. Yeah.
Yeah, that's how it is. You know what I mean? So I'm actually in a good place. Enjoy making music again, which is good.
Yeah, we've been seeing you on the live
Yeah,
Instagram.
bro,
Shout out your Instagrams for people to be able to
bro.
go and search you because you're on there live and you're
Johnny-
having fun in the studio, bro, man.
Instagram, Johnny Cash Music with a Z, and the Black Ops Sublow.
Yeah, you on there?
Yeah, mine is Dready Sublow. On mine, actually no, sorry, Dready Black Ops. Sorry,
Dready Black Ops,
yeah, and Dready Black Ops on Twitter and stuff.
Yeah, wicked. Everyone follow them up because that's the socials, and you can watch them on Instagram live. Find out where the next booking is, and really, let's reel off. I know it's going to be difficult for you lot to remember off the top because it's been a long time, but I've got like a discography page. I want to reel off some of the bits. You know what I mean? So, was Forward before War.
War was the first.
So War was 03.
Yeah.
But if we go back, because I've actually gone through like different pages in there. I've got a Johnny Cash discography
Drop Top was
and
first
Black
one.
Ops. So Drop Top's 2000. Drop Top
Yeah.
Been the Kid.
Then there was another Drop Top with All About the Cash.
Okay.
That was like a white label.
Mm.
Second one, this is where I get confused.
Stay Down Baby.
No.
Well, that says 2000 on it. Don't know if that's right.
No, could be that. No.
You got a lot of 2000s.
Nah,
here,
funny
though.
enough,
Hoes don't mean shit to me.
You had quite a few before War. You had quite a few.
Hoes don't mean shit to me. What's that?
Yeah, Hoes don't mean.
Yeah.
And the other one, remember the tune, the one that I
It's
like
all
fucking-
2000, you know.
The tune, remember the tune with the mad.
Wow, Howling.
Nah. The intro one, the one that you can't mix. Haywire.
Haywire, yeah, it's here.
Yeah.
That's 2001. It says 12-inch Haywire.
Okay, we come up before, but it's too early. But yeah, that's the wrong date on it. But it's
Was it okay? So they've tried to be
It's Drop Top, the white label. What's after Drop Top? Oh yeah,
Rachel H featuring Johnny Cash. Maybe one day.
That's where.
That's down the line.
after.
That's okay.
I think Hoes don't mean shit. That's number 2.
Yeah.
Hoes don't mean shit. And I can give you a funny story of that one there. Where I went to the record store, and there was a lady in the record store. Yeah, so she's serving the front desk. I'm thinking, oh, man. Just where the hip hop element comes
Yeah.
from. Them times
Yeah, I was gonna say your titles are influenced by that. You can tell.
Them times there, my rule is that I'm not into hoes, isn't it? I like hoes, but I'm not into hoes. Hoes don't mean shit. You know what I mean?
Bruv, listen, let's just get this clear on the podcast, fam. They don't mean shit. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, B, man.
That is all. So
A hoe's a hoe.
I've come to the record store. Yeah, the lady's serving me. She goes, "What's in the box?" I said, "Yeah, I'm gonna drop a box of records off."
That's it. You didn't want to say the title, man.
SOR, for those newcomers.
Sale and
SOR,
return,
sale and
yeah.
return, yeah. So she opened the box, yeah. Looked at the label. They don't normally read the thing in it.
She couldn't help read that, fam.
And she read the thing, is it? Hoes don't mean shit. Yes, his name was the song.
It's real talk,
I
man.
said, yeah, hoes don't mean shit. I'm not taking this shit.
What, so you a hoe?
So I went home with the records pissed. And the manager called me the next day. Johnny, don't worry about her, man. Bring the records back. So I've come back next day. She's working behind the desk. Take the fucking records, man.
How funny is that, though?
Yeah,
like,
that's it,
no, but how funny is it that the manager rings you back after you've been denied?
Yeah.
To tell you that she don't mean it don't mean shit. To take the track back.
I'll give you some funny. I'll give you one.
Shout out the queens though, man. There's women and then there's hoes. Let's just get that clear. It's different things.
There's good chicks and there's bad chicks. Yeah. And one thing I say to the man, them the only women you worry about is your daughter and your mother. The other ones are like car leases. They come and go. The one that's gonna wipe your arse when you're 65. That's the one you worry about. All the rest,
wifey, yeah.
All the rest.
Let me tell you some other shit then while we're on that subject, yeah? I dropped this on my barber yesterday, fam, man. I said, it's never your woman, it's never your hoe, it's never your woman, it's just your turn.
Wait.
It's just your turn, bro.
What's that record called? Someone's hoe is someone's wife.
Yeah.
Isn't it?
We got a tune called Someone's hoe is someone's wife. Terrible life.
It's a terrible life.
You know why I know
It's
this,
a terrible life.
Because when I was doing, when we like, because back in the day, Garrett scene, he was like studying a lot, yeah? So I was always out.
Yeah, you was
So I
going
was
mad
taking
in the
advantage
clubs.
of what's going on, didn't it?
What does that mean, Johnny?
Yo, I was out there. I ain't lying, boy. Listen.
That's it, I was out there.
Yeah,
That's
like
enough.
Sidewinder. Oh god, I got head every sidewinder.
Oh, shit.
In the alleyway.
Oh shit! Take her to the bimmer,
So,
fam, man.
good day, but listen,
Get top in the drop. Get top in the drop, beat.
I remember seeing girls, yeah, and this is what the girls will say. Yeah, I've got a man. This is the common line, you know. I've got a man.
Standard.
And what?
So if I've got a man and I'm hitting you, someone's wife.
That's real talk, fam.
That's what.
It's a dirty world, beat.
Yeah,
It's a dirty
so
game.
That's it, boy. I mean, so that's it. But the good old days of garage was. I'll give you another joke. I'll give you two. I've got two jokes to stand out. One, we was on stage. Me, a guy called Grime, all right? Remember Grime? A guy called Grime, yeah, all right?
Oh, allow me.
This is the funny story. This is a guy called Grime, right? We got sign wine on the stage. So we do the show, right?
Grimy.
At them time, I'm a person, I'm not a stuck up guy. I'm a person that be raving with the crowd hard and then go on stage. I never
down to earth.
I'm not really a VIP man. I'm a man. I'm raving with the man, you know what I mean?
Jeez,
Right?
catch this
So-
trill.
Yeah.
Right? So we listen to joke. So we did the PA, yeah? Right, Johnny Cash Money Hoes was in the PA. And Rhyme sounds like Wiley, innit?
Yeah, for real,
Right?
for real.
So after the PA, some girl come up because he got some rap saying, "Yo, grab me, blah 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 blah." So the girl walked up to him, "Yo, are you Wiley?" And he couldn't hear it.
Yeah.
Goes, "Yeah."
He's like, yeah, fuck it,
Like,
man.
let me tell you a joke. I ain't lying to you. I ain't not lying to you, boy. Who was that sign wine there? Remember this? There's one guy on stage. The girl pulled his trousers down, giving him brains on the stage.
That's funny, you know. On the
Wild,
stage, you
wild.
know.
Look, on the
Wild.
stage. We're
So-
just doing a PA.
So if Wiley's
like,
if Wiley's listening to this,
missed out his head.
he got your boy some
Like-
some real
like,
brains that night, fam. Some
security
real top.
rushed him. Wait, he said, "What's going on?" I said, "You're on the fucking stage, man."
He was a legend for that,
Yeah,
fam.
yeah,
You
yeah,
got rated
funny,
for that,
man.
don't lie.
Completely.
Look,
He goes
Bad
like
boy.
history for that. For that, I always count. I'm always like,
that's a
you know what?
classic.
That's taking advantage of the
You
situation.
said you weren't keen on VIP. He was VIP, fam.
Yeah,
For real, that was
yeah,
the ultimate VIP right there, brother. Man's getting top on the stage, fam.
Because I'm a band. I
Facts.
be the raving to my own music.
Yeah, that's crazy. That's dope. That's a feeling,
I'll
man.
be raving on the man and buzz off my nut. Yeah, I did all that, man. Craziness. You know what I mean, boy? But with a pressing plant, right? Collindale, yeah? Collindale? Quickwood.
Cookwood, yeah.
I'll give you some joke, right? This always stays in my memory of pressing records.
Liquid, innit? Liquid.
Yeah.
Oh, I remember them. Yeah.
But that's the tune. I had a tune Squeeze.
Yeah.
Dub plate 1, dub plate, yeah. Had a dub plate volume. Dub plate
So
1,
many
2,
tracks,
and
bro,
3.
man.
No, a lot of days.
Yeah, a lot of tracks, man.
Yeah. So dub
Big
plate
catalogue.
2, dub plate 2, one was called Squeeze, yeah. I had a Yardie sample in it, some sample, squeeze or something like teach it up and back to man, blah, some sample, some Yardie sample, yeah. So the guy in the record store is gay, right? He's like what proper gay, like talk about sucking dicks and what shit.
Oh shit.
Right? Right?
Oh
Right?
shit.
So now I'm in a predicament, right? I know what's on this record. Like this tune telling that
It's a Yardie tune.
it's a Yardie tune dissing the bang, man, but it's raw blood. The first sample is yo squeeze up the tune now, Johnny. It's a mad Yardie thing, like kill the bang. He goes, yeah, do you want to hear your test press? I'm like, nah. He goes, what do you mean no, you don't want to hear test press? We done it good.
Well, he was asking you if you want me to hear it.
Yeah, right.
And you was like, nah, don't worry about it, mate.
And they got like a little cubicle where you put your one deck,
Yeah.
room, shut the door, listen to your test
He went
press.
on his own.
I've gone in there with him, yeah?
Oh
And
shit.
he's put a needle on, innit, yeah? And you got to remember this, prior to this, I sort of put up with the gayness, yeah? As long as you don't talk to me about...
Yeah. You're solidified, you know.
Sometimes it gets a bit too carried away, like, innit, John? I'm like, yeah, no, not that kind of case.
Nah,
right?
yeah.
But I'm in the room with him, innit, yeah? And I remember he put the needle on the record. I looked at his face, I said, and when he heard the thing, squeeze the tune out, Johnny, blah, blah.
Fuming.
His face, he couldn't hide it, you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
I was embarrassed.
Ouch.
I want to get out of that room so quick, man. You know what I mean? Because the
Awkward,
record
fam.
playing,
Awkward.
I got awkward moment for me, boy. Definitely, boy. And I mean, from then, I think he was a bit funny to me after that.
Yeah, but fuck it, innit?
It's just
No,
a
them
tune,
ones.
innit? Yeah, it's a tune, yeah. Funny, boy.
So you like going through them as well quickly because I know we got to wrap it up, man. The engineer's gonna be back, man. But Merc Rhythm, Merc 44. I remember that coming out on record.
Big tune.
Yeah, big tune. That's one that people don't think of first up, but it's still very heavy. Spanish.
Yeah, Spanish one of my
Yeah,
favorites.
that was one of mine. I was gonna say that because I'm looking at the pictures, so I know the vinyl image. But this one's a good one for you two sitting on the same sofa. Johnny Cash, DJ Drey, Horns / Invasion.
Yeah.
Big record, fam. Big
That
record.
there, someone took my record, man.
Oh, no.
Lad, you know what?
That's a classic.
I was gonna
if
say,
you got that, if
that's
you
the
got
way you
that,
end this podcast. Like, if you don't know
Yeah,
these guys
yeah,
on the
listen,
sofa,
listen.
the perfect way to find out about both of them
got
is
that
Horns
record
Invasion.
there, that was a limited press.
limited
man.
press.
Yeah.
Limited
That
press.
was
Yeah.
worth money, man.
Yeah.
Big tracks.
I'd rather buy that, bro.
That's the. If you got it, you know where to get at him. You just got his Instagram. Might be able to make some money, B. But nah, real talk though, because on a radio station, or if you was a DJ, with that joint, you could play 2 tracks on one vinyl. You're just getting a lot of
That's a lot of value.
for money. Yeah, you know what I mean.
Yeah, no,
So-
that was a loud press, boy.
Did you ever feel like you didn't get the credit you deserved for being like a
Yeah,
part of the grime scene. That's like, I know you don't, but then you don't feel like you did based on what he said.
I personally, my personal view on it is, I personally feel like, the proof is in the pudding, innit? Like, at the end of the day, like I can't walk nowhere now. Yeah, mind you, now they might not know my face because I'm not Johnny, right? But if I turn up in the building and I say I did, I did this. Like, so I was in the studio, MJ Cole, Dizzy Rascal, and I'm sitting there, whatever. And for my current stuff that I do now, at the end of the day, these people know me for that. I make house, whatever. So I'm sitting there and I'm talking away, whether and funny enough now, they're talking about Ealing. Man's talking about Tudor Rose.
Tudor Rose.
Man was talking about
that's
Tudor Rose.
That's our time. Our ends as well. Like, we over that side, you know what I mean?
I talking about Tudor Rose and
Big
that.
Grenadian Soca Club, but then when it was a grime thing, it was a grime.
So I said,
maced out.
Yeah, I said to my man, I has to make grime, whatever. He's like, cool, like kind of like,
yeah.
You know, I mean, not really. Whatever,
like,
everyone
did.
Everyone did, whatever. Then he was like, right, like, what tune did you make? I said, I made a tune called Invasion. Now a lot of people might not know, like the MCs probably won't know it by name.
Nah, it's a huge record for him.
But then we played it. He was like, right, nah.
You're a bad boy.
Yeah.
You're a
and
bad
he
boy.
gave me my respect from then. And I feel like the same.
Yeah, you're
thing.
a pioneer. That's what I mean.
Yeah.
It's just without, like you said, proofs in pudding, man.
Proofs in pudding. So I don't really need. So ultimately, like in terms of for me personally, I don't necessarily always need people. Them guys there now, they're doing their thing, but I don't need them to like help me up because the tunes that we made are 30. They're 100. They're 100%. They're still getting played now. Producers are still trying to like chop them up and rip them off still to this day. So. In terms of like people shouting about it, and I put out Johnny's record. I put out Johnny's record last year. Like it was last year, Johnny. Yeah. I put out vinyl from Johnny last year. Now, sold out straight away. Like so, like I know the names. Everything's still certified. We haven't made a move wrong. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. And you haven't kicked off a fuss about it either.
Nah.
Like you haven't.
Like,
but you could have though. That's the truth. You could have been upset or even angry that people aren't every time they do a documentary they don't want you lot on it. You know what I mean?
I don't like. You know what I don't like is when people come from the scene, not the scene, outside the scene, and come rape it. I hate when people get raped. When people get, like the media comes in, we can make a quick buck on it, make a documentary, and get it wrong, and they rip the scene.
Yeah.
And I respect someone does it properly, go with your research and do it. You know what I mean? But
or someone rips off a tune.
Yeah.
Chasing status.
Yeah.
What happened? No, what happened? We've gone. I don't know about this.
So to keep it real, you can check that on YouTube right now. I don't know what the name of the tune. I don't know what the actual name. Is the Gigs one? It's the Gigs one.
Oh, the one they shot in Grove underneath Westway on the video. Yeah, they shot a video on
What? So what? So you listen to that tune and tell me that's not Hoods Up. Like,
okay.
You can listen to that tune and tell me it's not Hoods Up. But that's what I'm saying. So
let me get the name. Now this is a big one. This is important, man, because obviously, I personally would have thought that you lot may have had like a little issue. Personally, with like Wiley and the whole Grime-esque sublow thing, that's my opinion. But it's interesting that popped up because I wasn't expecting that.
Nothing with them guys.
The West Way, they had the Grime thing going on. Because we was about music, they was about MCs. It's true. We was about.
But Wiley was a producer though. That's why I thought it might have been a.
Yeah, but he's more of an MC.
To be fair, you was both literally just successful at the same time, innit? That's the truth. Similar timelines.
Yeah, so I don't even know.
And we're talking about like both making continuous hits though.
I tell you one thing. When it comes to the music that hits, we outpowered everyone in the club.
Yeah, you and Wiley. That's what I'm saying. That's why the comparisons were there, fam.
Wiley, but you go to Sidewinders and you hear our tunes, they will kill everyone, bro. I make sure.
You two very key to the grime scene.
I'm gonna come with a classic. You come with a tune again, I'm gonna come with another classic.
Yeah.
Classic you play now.
So you two's competition was in a musical way rather than a personal way, wasn't it?
I didn't look at Wiley's like. I looked at him as like he kept the.
You're both peers, just
I look
trying
at Wiley's East London. And I looked at us lot as West London.
Yep.
And they had and we put the music out. It was good for each other. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? So it's like good
kept
for
on your
scene.
toes.
I don't even know. Do you know what the funny part about
I've just found the gigs record.
I don't even know if Wiley. It wasn't even like competition.
Yeah,
it wasn't even like. It was like, you know what I mean? It wasn't even like that.
I think everyone else then, like you said, the media and the public, maybe they thought it was a thing because how's next man gonna feel if he's saying he made grime and then you're saying you're the Godfather and then you're saying you made this,
funny enough,
but you're saying you was out before, kind of expanding on garage.
But that title only because the title came from the media.
Yeah.
See, if the genre was called Esky right now.
Yeah.
Then maybe there might be something to talk about.
So in a way, grime was a blessing in the long run. Then
it's just nothing. It's just something that they didn't even.
That's it, because they were doing Esky was the sublow thing.
Sublow, like
That's it. We just thought our tunes were made for clubs and big speakers. We only make tunes.
Yeah, you did. Bass lines.
A lot of tunes everyone skanked and everyone from that era knows our tunes.
That's facts. That's facts. Chasing Status on Grime Daily featuring gigs. More rat-a-tat-in.
Yeah,
That's-
yeah.
yeah.
that's
1.2
the one.
million views.
Yeah.
What I'm
Jerome
saying is if
Daily
you- oh shit!
Yeah.
Oh, I'm saying is, if you just check the comments below that video,
Yeah.
now
on the
you'll
YouTube.
see like the fans in it.
Yeah,
They do the talking in it, like they're straight up, like
yeah, straight.
Johnny Cash hoods up, Johnny Cash hoods up, Johnny Cash hoods up, and I
Right.
love that. I
Yeah,
love that.
yeah, yeah.
We
They're
don't
keeping
even
it gangster,
We
yeah.
don't need to be
Yeah.
around talking. We don't need to be around hyping.
I'm gonna fling that on the way home in the whip, you know. Just to, real talk, true stories,
See
because
what the
that's
vibe-
because bro, one thing about even your character in this whole podcast, you've been very genuine and honest about everything. You know, you lot have been real about it. So why wouldn't, if that's how you feel, and you made the track, you know, maybe they was influenced by it, maybe
100%. Like
Yeah,
but this is
maybe-
that's another thing as well. Like some people, there was another Grime producer that I had to personally, like a young guy, and I had to personally reach out and like let him know, like he basically was ripping, like he was doing refixes and all sorts of rip-offs of like my tunes, Johnny's tunes, Charlie's tunes, and a whole other lot of Grime producers now, yeah. And I had to like, so I saw the pack was on SoundCloud for download, like everyone's really like in there, like
shot in the
chopped up,
things.
chopped
Yeah,
up.
yeah,
Not
yeah.
even shotting, he was just giving it away for free. But I was still just like, if you're so Spyro now, yeah, Spyro wanted to remix Invasion.
Sir Spiral
Sir
from
Spyro
Rinse, yeah.
from Rinse, yeah, wanted to remix Invasion now, yeah, or Invade, one of the two anyway. But anyway, he reached out to me. I didn't really know him like that, but he reached out.
Yeah.
Like you can do that.
He hollered, he hollered.
This is 2017. You can holler at anybody.
There's no excuse.
There's no excuse for you to
Yeah,
for me
use
to
bare
just
social platforms,
to
emails.
just pop up and see one of
Yeah,
my
yeah.
tunes on there, refixed or whatever. So I had to just holler at him and school him a little piece.
Who
Like,
was
not-
it? Who was it that did that?
do you know what? The thing about I can't
Don't
remember
even
the
know
guy's
him.
name. He was a young guy from
Yeah.
out of town. He wasn't even from London. He was from
Yeah,
out
you
of
don't
town.
even know him. He just did it.
He just
and
did
you
it.
weren't
But I was
feeling
just like to him, look, let me like, being who I am now at the end of the day, I'm not. This is not a money thing. This is not me thinking that you rip me off money wise, because
Now you can tell you're passionate about the art.
I'm
Yeah,
passionate about the
yeah.
art. So I was like to him, look, and he took it on board. Do you know what I mean? And he just thought he was like, but he thought Grime was a free for all, and he thought Grime in that respect. And I had to explain to him, look, we aren't that. Like this is not a free for all. Just come and take a tune and chop it up and say to me. And then say to me that for me to be grateful that you chopped it up.
Yeah, allow that from yeah. Allow that.
Are you actually out of your mind? Like, you know what I mean, like
Drugs you taking? B?
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
man
was like,
flipping out,
look,
fam.
if you respect what I did back then, then either holler me or don't do it.
He could even make it and then send it to you first. Like, yo, I made this.
it, yeah.
Is
And
it
I'll tell you
okay?
stop.
He's
Straight
like,
from the mark, I'll be
fuck
like,
that.
don't do
Don't
that.
do that, B.
Yeah, but that's I always tell people
fucked
straight. The straight honest answer is like, listen, I Wookie is someone who influenced me to the
Yeah, we
nth
was
degree.
talking about him
Like,
today as well, yeah.
Literally, he's someone who influenced me.
Beautiful
to the nth
music,
degree.
man.
But would I take a Wookie song now, yeah, and try and chop it up and put it out there? No. I respect this guy's art.
Yeah. Big
I
up
respect this
Wookie,
guy's
man.
talent. Big up Wookie. Like, do you know what I
Yeah,
mean?
shout him out because I bought his you know, remember the album, the black cover
Oh,
with the
yeah,
moon on it.
yeah.
I bought it second hand off of Amazon for like £2, yeah, for the
Alright.
whip. And bro, I was on a motorway trip.
Yeah, classic.
And yo, man, I loved the instruments, the music, the width of it, the bass.
Got a big up Oris J.
Yeah.
Big up Sticky.
Shout honestly,
Yeah.
real talk.
Yeah.
There's certain pioneers and producers
well,
that are on the next level before their time, you know.
I'm growing up, but
Shout out, you know, I want to shout out as well. We was talking about it before we was on the camera and on the mic. DJ Ricky Fresh.
Yeah, Ricky done play fresh.
Dub plate fresh.
Hey, that guy, him and Dynamic M from Musical Mob showed me a lot of
Yeah,
love
big up
early
Dynamic,
doors,
yeah,
man.
Dynamic, yeah,
Early doors.
yeah.
They was taking me to Major FM to do the pirate sets over there with Doom Man and that.
Yeah, he's a nice person.
Yeah, and that's really where I got a lot of my knowledge from the dub plates and that being around Ricky, because Ricky was cutting. He was way before his time as well, man. He was doing a lot, but it was just unfortunate that he wasn't on the rave scene.
Also,
You know what I mean?
do you know what? I'll have to say this, like, for real though, yeah. Like, Freeze FM, as a station that was pioneering for grime, big up Rinse as well, but
Yeah.
Freeze FM, do you remember
90.4.
when they were banging? Remember when they were banging out
Yeah.
across the town now, yeah?
90.4.
Rinse FM wouldn't get that. You wouldn't get that in West London.
Yeah, they had the big
Like,
boy stuff.
They had the big, they were banging
They was bringing
out
all the
across
East boys
the
at one
town.
point. Do you remember?
Yeah.
To Rainers Lane to do
Yeah.
the sets.
They
yeah,
wanted
a
to
lot of,
raise
yeah,
it
yeah.
because the station was banging out
Popping.
across London
Turned to
7
90
days a week.
So it
Remember
was
that?
90.4, then it turned to 92.7 at a later date.
Oh yeah, the Mac FM,
yeah,
the Mac FM,
yeah.
What's it? Is it Freeze FM? Ice FM?
Freeze,
Ice FM.
Ice,
Lush.
React was in. That was kind of on and off though.
React,
React. I remember there was even Trilogy FM in Slough. That was like that was an old school one. Laylo, Labrador Grove, legendary
What
man.
station you got the record?
Oh yeah. I tell you why I come off radio.
DTI one.
Oh yeah.
Where the DTI
What's that
one?
one? There's a station in Acton somewhere.
Acted.
The one. It was a Remedy and all that was on it. Remedy and Henny G and all them man that was on it. That was React, didn't it? That was React.
Freeze, Ice.
No,
What was that?
it was
Cold-
React,
Cold
you know.
FM. cold.
Ice cold. It's
Ice cold.
Ice
cold.
cold.
Yeah,
Ice
yeah,
cold.
I'll tell you something, I'll give you- This is why I stopped
guy.
playing on the radio station from this. This took me out of the game. So I'm on a radio station, DJing like normal, just doing my show, whatever, and for some reason you didn't turn up this week, innit?
I was at work. So I gave you the records
So
to go to
I did the radio show,
radio.
right? So I've gone to the radio
So you're
show
just
now,
going.
right? So next door is a crack house, and
As you do.
Make sure that there's activities going next door that I know about, but it's cool. I'm just doing my music.
Just selecting.
Anyway, I'm playing the music now. And the door boot off. Boom. I'm like, what-
Bow.
I think it's next door again.
Yeah, of course, naturally, yeah.
They bust in the room and said, "Yup, stop the record." And this is all live on the air.
Yeah. Oh shit. What the fuck is broadcasting?
I'm like, what?
Wow.
We're
Like,
here for
what
you.
one?
I said, we mean here from it. From the Queen, blah, 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 Radio 1, some law bollocks.
Oh
I
shit.
said, you hear from me for real? It's all in the air.
He was a joke.
Yeah,
He was a joke.
just pull the whole plug out, everything. You're under arrest. I said, what?
Ross.
Them time there, I'm shutting the whole place up thinking, I'm getting arrested for records.
Yo.
I'm gonna get arrested for
That's
that,
fuckery,
right?
innit? Thank God though.
They arrested me. They took all my records now. And then, listen, you got me £2,000 fine. They said, look, you're gonna go to jail. I said, what for records? I'm thinking to my solicitor, I go to jail for record, playing a bit of music.
Look at his face.
Because I remember thinking, I'm doing the most dirt.
Bro,
on the
you was
road.
baffled, fam,
Yeah,
bro.
I'm
You was.
baffled.
What's that word? What's that word? You was befuddled.
I'm
befuddled.
I'm
Shit.
getting worried about records. I'm thinking, yeah. I'm sitting there thinking to my solicitor, are you for real? Like, yeah, because the Queen is on this particular thing.
yeah.
The Queen has overridden oversigned something that we have to come off air because of Radio 1, and you happen to be there, so you're gonna go to jail.
You can make an
It's not
example.
my station.
I said, no, on the station. I'm a DJ. I said, look, I was helping out a youngster, give him a DJ, get him off the street. I'm covering the show to keep his show alive.
Oh,
And
shit.
I covered the whole spiel.
I'm coming to pitch.
Yeah. So they go, look, we're gonna give you a fine, but if we ever catch you on radio again, on any radio, you're going straight to jail.
Ooh.
So I never went radio ever again.
Yeah,
That's
I
my
can
radio days
imagine.
finished.
Bro, can you imagine that? You're in the cell, fam, banged up.
No, sir.
Radio.
With the hench brother, and you say, yo, so Johnny, what are you in for, bro? Records, B.
No.
Records.
Listen, I remember
Shit fucked up.
I remember they took my records, yeah? Oh, I was probably pissed, you know. I want my records back. Nope. I said, no, but
Yeah, they took
Mad
everything
money,
off
yeah.
you. Your joints as well, then.
Oh,
Oh,
yeah,
you're
It
pissed,
was like
fam.
our collective, like.
Yeah, but they collected it. I was pissed. I said, no, I want my records back. So I was there fighting for my records.
Did you get them?
Back. I got them back.
Yeah.
Oh, that's sick. I'm glad you got them, because a
Man,
lot of people never got them
They
back.
killed my days of radio. I was,
Yeah,
to
it's
go
over.
to a radio
Back to the lab,
station,
fam.
It's like me shotting, like, I'm on the edge.
Yeah, you
That's
back
what-
on the corner.
Yeah,
Yeah,
on the
for
radio
real.
station,
I love
yeah.
that.
Nah, for real.
I can't even believe I was at work. That was mad. Like the
Yeah.
one time as well. Like,
You're lucky, fam.
that was it.
You're
I was like,
lucky.
the one time.
That was a
I'm
good
not
shift.
DJing.
That was a good shift. That was a good
I
shift.
said, man, the one time I go on a radio show with records, I get nicked, you know.
Like,
Innit?
like you're mixing it up.
Yeah.
Oh, it was
Oh,
wild.
Next
shoot.
door man's a fucking
Yeah.
serving up a mad
I
thing,
was-
and you're in
but
there
I-
getting nicked for
but I
records,
was
B.
shocked the way they bust the door down in the afternoon. I thought, no, this is a joke.
Yeah, that's
No, we're here for
fucked,
you.
isn't it?
But that's also why.
That's
like,
probably worse that it's in the daytime, though.
Yeah, I always say this as well. Do you know what? We didn't do all of that stuff now, yeah, for the generation now. Not
Yeah,
to
yeah.
put a little bit of respect on that,
On the name, yeah.
on the name, and put us like in
Yeah,
a position
yeah, yeah,
where
facts.
we you know what I mean? We put our neck on the line for certain things.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Jeez.
Or he put his
Ouch
neck on the line. But
Johnny.
I just say yeah, but that's
Nah,
what
facts.
it is. It was hard. Like yes, I get people putting the work now, yeah, but that early doors there. What Johnny did, I respect it to the nth as well. Like, do you know what I mean? At the end of the day, he
That's a
put
fact,
in half
bruv. That's a
graft,
fact.
half graft. When I'm saying I'm pressing up dubs for £30 now, yeah, like the other day from like paper round. Bruv, I'm telling you, it wasn't like this was not an easy road.
Nah,
You
never,
know what I mean?
never.
It was never an easy road. So like
It's a decision as well, because a lot of people forget that when you make a decision to go down the music route, you're gonna use a lot of time, money, and energy without a straight
And
return
things
of
like-
investment. You know,
them days
it's gonna
there as
take
well,
a long time.
Them days there. Now there's no risk. You put something on the internet, you can go.
Yeah, you
YouTube,
go work. You can go to work while you're
TuneCore,
promoting.
You can put your stuff out, and you can do. Them days you need to go and get your money, press your thing, and we can
You're
say, look,
paying before you sold.
Believe
Yeah,
in your record.
yeah, believe in
If
your
you to
product,
press-
fam. Yeah,
If you to press
yeah,
your
yeah,
record up, you must believe in it.
That's the
Let
one.
me
That's
say
the
that
hit.
as well, yeah. That's what this guy did for me. Like, so early doors, like when he was 16 and I first met him, whatever, he would have said to me to like get my money up
Yeah,
to put out my first record. By the way, it didn't happen. Like not by any
paper
fault,
round. The
not
paper
by
round
any fault of mine.
didn't work.
We know where that
last long
story
Charmsy,
is.
Charmsy.
Not by any fault of mine. Do you know what I mean?
Big up
But,
Charmsy.
Yeah, it didn't happen.
shout out the rest of the
someone
Black
else didn't
Ops,
put
man.
their money up, but Like, but do you know what? It was that kind of thing where he said to me, right, like, get your money up,
Yeah,
like,
yeah,
day, and believe in your shit, like, do you know what I mean? To go out there and do what you have to do for it, and that has stuck with me till this day. Do you know what I mean? At the end of the day, it's about if you believe in something, do you know what I mean? You know what I mean? Go for it, like, and if you're saying to me,
all or nothing, innit?
yeah, all or nothing. Someone says, I love it when I meet singers.
I
as well,
agree.
They say to me, right, like, I want to sing. I'm like, wow, but what are you doing other than putting pen to paper?
Yeah.
Like, what are you doing outside of that?
Yeah,
how much do you invest in yourself?
Yeah, what's good?
Like, what's good? Like, do you know what I mean? In the day, and I think that this generation as well, they feel like, do you know what I mean? It's that owed thing that just because you've made music means you're owed to have a career. You're not owed to have a career.
No way. You got to graft for that, man.
Yeah, put the work in.
The thing is, you're listening to like a real OG on like an interview, like an in-depth podcast or interview, and they could have sold like double platinum twice, but they're like, yeah, you know, when we was putting out the third album, we was worried, we didn't know how they were going to react to it, and that's how they stayed hungry, fam. Yeah. They know that it's not promised.
It's not promised
because it's short-lived as well. Success in music a lot of the time. You get your time, you run, and then it's up to you to keep it going after you're not in the spotlight. To have your core fan base following you still.
Definitely.
Do you know what I'm saying?
100%. And that's to me, like with everything that we've done, that's how I feel about it now. It's like you have to, when I'm talking about people not having it on MP3 and stuff like that, and I know a lot of people hit us up all the time for MP3s and WAVs. And apologies to you guys that want it on MP3 and WAVs.
It's what it is, isn't it?
It is what it is. We've got the vinyls out there. The vinyls are on Discogs. If you want to go get involved.
Go support them.
Go support the situation now.
Yeah.
And we'll be putting out new music on
vinyl. We got new music.
Coming, and you'll get that on MP3 and you'll get that on in a new wave. Yeah. But like reality of it is, do you know what I mean? The art form from back then now, respect that art.
Yeah, respect the craft.
Like respect the craft like that.
What I'm gonna do for the listeners, I'm gonna put because you can put links on the iPhone podcast app. Obviously, you can put clickable links. I'm gonna put like the invasions, the hoods up, the war from YouTube, from whatever links you lot want me to put up there, so they can go check them out if they're young and ain't heard them, or if they're from
some old radio
States.
shows as well on YouTube. We've got some old radio shows and one extra, and you can hear what he's doing then.
Yeah. People need to go do the research for sure. But obviously, like, thanks for coming down, man. I really appreciate you sharing your story, man. Stuttering off to the head.
One last story because everyone asked me the same question.
Yeah, drop it like it's hot.
It goes, how did you get your name Johnny Cash? So this is how my name come.
I was gonna ask that, earlier, but I kind of let it go.
Right, back in the days, the crackheads was still car radios. Yeah, I used to sell car radios, the solely big screens, face-offs in the back in the days. So
Hustler.
So the crackheads say, call Johnny, no matter what time, he always have cash.
Oh shit!
So they keep saying Johnny Cash. So I bought all this. I used to have a room.
Because there was an old Johnny Cash in it.
Yeah. I used to have a room full of car radio stereos.
Oh shit!
My name, crackheads give me that name, Johnny Cash.
What were they doing? Stealing them to give to you to buy from them to sell on for more money. Yeah. So Johnny always had cash.
Yeah, that's how it comes.
That's hard.
Yeah, that's how it comes.
So Black Ops had a big name for a real reason, because you was just coming in hard-bodied. Fuck it. Yeah. Then Johnny Cash. Johnny always had some.
I read up on the Johnny Cash, the guy. I thought, it's got a similar story to me.
Yeah, his music.
He's against the grain. Do this thing.
Yeah, and then you just spell it up a different way, innit? So that's dope, man. Black Ops, Johnny Cash, Dreddy, big up Charmsy.
Big up
the rest of the Black Ops.
Straps. Watch out for the Strapper album. What album's called Monster Music.
Strapper Monster Music.
So watch out for that.
Shout out Junior in the building as well.
Video in 2 weeks.
Shout out Junior. Yeah. Shout out Mets Media on the camera, directing the cameras as always. Big up, brother.
Also, do you know what? My younger
Zico,
brother,
big up,
is out there doing his thing as well.
What's his name?
Yells, YELZ, like he's doing his thing on the Grime tip as well.
Did he have does he drop some stuff on SBTV?
Not that I know of as of recent now, but he's doing some stuff with some Midlands.
Okay, cool.
Crew, like,
yeah, wicked.
He's a producer as well, producer DJ as well. So big.
Big. That's what I'm saying. It's all about going to research and find new music as well, man. It's a big world out there. It's not one thing, you know what I mean? Shout out the Jukebox, realtalktruestories.com. That's the website. Big up to Music Hideout. Obviously, like we said, that's a social platform. It's a little bit like LinkedIn for musicians. Okay. So musichideout.com. It's free to sign up. People can make a profile and whatnot. Big up them. But yeah, man, we really appreciate you lot coming down and sharing your story. We want everyone to go check out the links, you know what I mean? And stay locked, man.
West London rapper ASB bringing you the freshest talent in the game. Real talk, true stories.
You're listening to Real Talk, True Stories. The freshest podcast bring you nothing but real talk and true stories from your favourite personalities, entrepreneurs. This is an edutainment podcast. Education, edutainment.